so you'll go to bed and then you'll wake up into this essentially. So
No worries.
It's been a while.
So what exactly happened last session? Because I tried to look for notes and was unsuccessful.
yeah, we'll definitely have to do a recap. Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah,
I
we'll-
may not have stolen Tyler's notes.
No, you're good. That's not at anyone. I just don't know what the fuck is going on.
It's
Uh,
crazy.
Tyler, can you just check your mic? It's doing kind of the static thing again.
Okay, I'll be right back. Got time? Ooh, we don't have time. I'll be right back anyway. Come on, sweetheart.
Oh no. I was debating on getting a drink also, but I guess I can wait.
How about now? Do I sound better?
Yes.
Keep forgetting one of my USB ports is bad for audio.
Mm.
Also, am I too loud for anyone?
No.
Sound good. But yes.
yeah, and I'll go over if we end up dying, which is certainly a possibility here. We'll go
Mhm.
over what that means to you, John, and to you, Kino. But we'll see. Yeah.
In it till the end.
Hey.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna start getting the stream up.
Oh crap! I'm gonna need to
Okay,
grab my
these sound good.
character.
Audio is good on your end.
CEO, I think the last actual session we had was the one with the statue.
I think she stepped away
Yeah.
for a second.
Yep. I'm
Kaylee,
getting
you're muted.
Yeah, the one where you're about to be crushed to death at the end is the last one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Kaylee,
that
you're
one.
muted. I can hear you talking in the other room.
Oh. That was literally just me going, oh, like several times. Yeah, because I got confused because Gage was like last week telling me, he's like, oh, apparently it's a Warlock special. And I was like, well, god damn it. I
Oh
missed
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That was a
That's
crossover session.
separate.
That wasn't like.
Don't worry, yours is coming too. You both have this happening, so I don't know if you ever got to see the video, but this is the same thing's gonna happen with you.
So
and you have
that's
to
the
pick some people
video.
to come into.
That's the video where the audio got like the
Right.
audio isn't there, so unfortunately
Right.
she can't actually watch the video. But Gage, did you hear how the session ended?
I've not heard a thing.
Oh, we'll just wait until you hear this. Oh, it's gonna be good. We'll talk about it at the end.
Yep.
Never related.
No, it's Henri related.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
Gretna remembers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So essentially, CEO, the same thing is going to happen to you as a warlock. This happened to Elda. You're going through the same thing. You get to decide who you're going to bring in. People can help you through this. There's advantages, of course, and disadvantages getting into it, just like in the other group. But it's a different kind of session. It's one large interactive, like puzzle solving
It's
thing.
fun.
It's hard to explain.
It's really
hard
fun.
to explain. But
I
yeah.
have the audio. You can see visually how the session works, but like you can't hear anything.
Okay.
It is a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Instead of Warhammer, we're just playing Portal 2.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah. All right, let's see. All right.
We'll meet up with you when you're at Disney.
Yeah, well, I'll be at. We can meet up at Disney Springs or something if you guys actually want to meet me and my girlfriend. But we'll I'll be there April 22nd to the 29th. Yeah, it's literally this is literally like life decision I'm absolutely regretting, but
Why?
dude, first of all,
Well, he's
I
only going
honestly,
because he can't get a refund.
Exactly, and I kind of hate going to Disney anyway. I used to work at Disney. None of it's exciting, and the fact that like I, Disney is like so utterly like, especially if you're coming out of state, it is probably right now probably the most expensive place you could go on Earth if you do it the way that we're doing it. It is disgustingly bad. I mean, disgustingly bad. Like,
Oh, God.
yeah, like my cheapest room a night is $1,400, and not only
Ugh.
that, not only that, it's just Disney. Yeah, it's the worst. So,
Chris, what the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah. So,
Yeah, I think the amount of money you're spending on a hotel room is what I'm paying for people to move us tomorrow.
I told
yeah,
you.
no,
I told
it's
you
that is
300
true.
like
And the Riviera right now starts at $1,900 a night at Disney. Like that, there's not even like literally. I could stay at the Mandarin in New York City and the presidential suite for $600 more, and that is one of the most expensive like hotel room. One of them. There's a couple in Vegas at like 20, 30,000 a night, but like that's just stupid. Like that's like how can Disney charge anyway? So it's yeah, it is what it is. I would definitely get my money back if I could, because doing this during COVID is ridiculously bad. But
Yeah,
just because like things are gonna be closed and everything, like oh god. But
yeah, and a lot of people do go to Disney. Like we went around Christmas when Gage's family had come down for a visit. But granted, like they had a hotel here in Stanford. Some of them stayed with us, so we weren't paying on that end. But
I
also,
mean,
we didn't.
I used to literally work there, and I used to get hotel rooms for like $50 a night. Like it is so hard for me to pay for this. I can't even tell you. But person I'm with freaking loves Disney more than anything, like more than like life itself. So that's why we're going. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll repress the D&D for their sake. But I mean, if you want to, you can.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. We can go out to dinner or something in Disney Springs or something. We'll have to do something.
All I'm saying is you better be nice to us the session beforehand.
Yeah. No, my my girlfriend already knows that like yeah, surprisingly my girlfriend is actually not a huge fan of D&D. Like not even a little bit. Not even a slight bit. So,
Let's be the
but
one
whatever.
cry about like
The
Yeah.
session
pictures.
before. You just like wipe us out that session.
Yeah,
Go out to dinner,
exactly.
Like, where'd you meet this sociopath?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Oh, just wait until he actually gets into conversations with you.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That too. Let's see. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys.
Oh yeah, Amanda, because you're a basket case of stability too. We all are, right?
I want you to realize that basket case and stability don't usually go together. And also, I am normal compared to what Chris was telling me, so.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Huh.
I'm actually. I mean, that's 100% true. Yeah. I'm.
No,
See, he admits it.
Gretna is the most humble out of us all.
You
Her
think?
only
Aw.
quirk is she punches bears to death.
I'll be back. I'm gonna get a drink.
Just Chris, just to clarify, you are an awesome person. I am not like saying that you're not.
No
I'm
worries,
just
sorry.
saying that I had quite a few what the fuck moments the other night. Last
Yeah.
night? What day is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
2 nights ago. It's Monday. So it looks like Tyler's Wi-Fi just went out. He should be
Okay, that's fine.
hopefully returning soon.
No, that's cool because I'm trying to figure something out with Discord right now anyway. So, Twitch is up though, but I actually don't know what the hell's going on with Discord and why it will not. This is weird stuff. Let's see. Can you guys see Tailspire now? Or no, I think you actually see Discord. What the fuck? Do you see Tailspire or Discord on top of it, or
Tailspire.
We
do you
just
see
see
my
Hellspire.
screen?
Just Tailspire.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Cool.
I apologize. I was yelling at my dog.
No, not the dog.
Mad that our
He
dog
just-
loves her around.
I love him more than myself. But like with the move and everything, like our apartment is chaotic and the dog, and normally on a good day I love it. He will not leave me alone. Like he will stay next to me. but I can't dodge him and dodge the boxes of minis.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right. So yeah, I highly recommend going into Discord because it's real time, which is way better than dealing
Yeah,
with the
that's
lag.
what
so,
I'm recording is just the
Yeah.
Discord.
Cool.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
This will. This is just as a heads up. This is going to end up being a confusing session, and I don't know if we're going to get all the answers tonight on many things, but we'll see what happens.
I am back. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi completely cut out for a second.
All right, cool, Tyler. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the recap. Let's have someone do the recap, and then we can go.
I still have to get the. Aw, baby.
Oh.
Stop making me look like I'm a terrible animal.
He's got the ears back of sadness.
Oh my god. I feel like a terrible parent. Hang on.
More dire now.
Yeah, this is the one. Like one of the reasons, by the way, why we're not doing more in-depth combat, even though tonight we're going to probably do one, is because Tailspire is really, really super freaking hard with this because they're just. I mean, I'm just gonna have to unfortunately do a lot of like, this looks like this, but actually this is what it is. So, which is unfortunate, but yeah.
So we're in Tailspire now.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm
Well, yeah,
fine.
exactly. You're supposed to be in Tailspire. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that through Discord?
Discord. It's through Discord. Yeah, it's through Discord. Tailspire is the program that I use to do all of this stuff. So, yep. Yeah, you
Oh.
could. Yeah, so Discord is essentially Discord is live, so that's the big advantage. Like instead of going through Twitter, instead of going through Twitch on this, it's which is delayed and super hard. Like if I'm trying to show you something, Discord's just better in that respect. And I do have gigabit internet now, so I can like upload it at 100 megs a second, which is what I'm doing right now. So
Reminder, Amanda, you are floating, like levitating above the ground. And
Yes,
aren't you also like knocked
I
out?
am unconscious. Yes.
Yep.
I mean,
I think we need to.
if Tyler
cool.
doesn't want to, I can do the recap, I guess. But it's gonna be a long one because I didn't condense it at all.
Oh, sorry. Am I doing the recap?
You're better
It's up
at it
to
than
you.
I am.
Oh, hold on. Let me pull it up. I'm sorry. We're recapping the last actual
Yes.
full group. Okay.
The statue.
So last time the session began with Kino asking Erastus to make a small bracelet that fit a small human wrist. She did not say it was explicitly for Henri, but Kino was able to cut a deal. She also finished up her talk with Theo, and they were able to come to a little bit of an agreement as to a few bits of information that were traded back and forth. Their talk, however, was cut short by Luxis, who materialized in the hallway just a few paces away from them, more of a physical visage than we were previously used to. After the long rest, Gretna removed Kino's curse, and they began to take a closer look at the floor glyphs. Kino was able to flip through the 9, and after completing scribing number 3, or whichever one was the one for the floating market, which Henri wanted to get to, they decided to change it to number 9 on the dial, and jumped over it, but Miracle fell slightly short into it, and we all landed in the plain of Eberron, as souls united watching a battle unfurl, as we tried to sway the tides in our favor. We were unfortunate enough to have the battle end in such a way where we were not victorious, but we still saw a lot of information which none of us had before, and we were able to all walk away relatively unscathed. Afterwards, we continued down the hallway, and Kino quickly pointed the party away from the wall of silver fog. She then told them that they should not mess with it and that it's a pretty big time sink for not a lot of reward, and that it also did not head deeper into the tomb. So the party collectively decided to go down one of these side hallways, which led over a hole in the hallway and a small crack on the side that led into the void. We opened a door that sort of bathed reality in this eerie light as Pyravin attempted to disarm but instead activated some sort of necrotic rune. And we continued down the hallway to the room Kino would realize too late was the room that was previously disarmed by one of her comrades that joined the party late. And the next while was spent running away from a huge wheeled statue that crashed through the doorway, and luckily the party was quick enough to avoid getting immediately killed by it. But it split the party, Kino, Gretna, and Miracle running inside the room with it, while the others ran back through the hallway. Pandemonium was clutch with the knock spell, and after a few of them fell unconscious from a sleep gas, they continued down the ghost hallway, Pyravin stepping on the pressure plate that would start to materialize them, and the session ended with the party divided.
Cool. All right. Sorry, guys. Give me one second more. Almost finished. All right. So, also just to recap, let me play this in Discord. So, keep in mind this only happened in a number of seconds, but so Pyravin did run down this hallway here. He activated what looks like a glowing red trap. He is completely encased in a red light with runes circling all around him. He can't move. There are several different ghosts, what look like there could be literally maybe hundreds, slowly solidifying all the way up and down this hallway. If you also remember, let me fix this. Kino and Miracle are.
And Gretna.
You're right. Kino, Miracle, and Gretna are still stuck in the room they decided to go into with this thing here. It did pass right over you, and it's heading into this turn. And Jesus Christ, we lost my initiative order. That's actually okay though, for now. So in the next couple seconds, what does end up happening is it does crash through and hit into the teleportation circle, which this is repping here. And instead of teleporting, it literally goes through over here, hits it, stops, and is immediately destroyed, along with the teleportation circle. So you guys hear like a very large sound coming up from here. Presumably it's destroyed. You're not sure yet. It's almost like a deafening sound as this thing hits. So initiative order is going to be relatively important. However, for the time being, in the next couple of seconds as well, while all this chaos is going on, while no one can react, you guys do see that Pyravin, actually, hold on one second. Yeah, that really sucks. The initiative's gone. Let's
I
do
can
this.
go-
Can everyone real quick just roll initiative again? I don't know that it's going to matter, but it certainly might. So yeah, everyone roll initiative again, and we'll just go through it.
I thought
that
mine
is-
was
that is
13 or
unfortunate.
12, but
I mean, if we remember the initiative from like the chat, that's also fine. I'll take that too. But
I was gonna say we could try scrolling back up, but it might be a while.
No way, Jose.
yeah, it's fine.
I
We
rolled
can
the same
reroll.
thing anyways. I rolled the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, after yesterday's session, it would be quite a while.
Yeah.
Ebram and his 96 attacks.
Yeah.
Is that everyone that rolled? Macmillan still has to. Yeah.
And don't worry, John. We'll get to you in 1 second.
Lowercase c.
John, you
Lowercase
can turn
Mac.
away now. You can run while you still can.
Macmillan, it's lowercase c.
You don't want me to run.
Yeah, at this point, John coming into it is like someone volunteering to go to Nam in like 77.
77.
When it was pretty much wrapped up, and they were like, "All right, we give up."
Who do we think rolled the highest first?
I think that was Gretna.
well,
oh,
they're
wait,
two
and
17s.
Tina. But you have a plus one, so it'd be
Gretna,
Gretna.
you go first, and then I go second.
Okay,
all
Kino
right.
go second. Okay.
Well, I had cast Bless on the three of us.
And I still failed that save on trying to stay awake. I remember last I was supposed to make a save and I did, and I still failed.
Chris, can I get your opinion on something while we get a second?
Sure. Yep.
Would you allow guidance to add a bonus to death saves?
No, in general terms, no. Usually not.
I think it's checks anyway, not saves.
It is.
Or
That's
what about
checks.
Bless?
Yeah,
Would you allow
bloody
Bless
checks.
to be used on death saves? I had this question come up in my game that I was running this week.
Bless. I don't have bless in front of me. What does it say?
You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
It is that. That's actually iffy because it is a check. I mean, it is a save. I mean, obviously.
There's also
so,
the issue of the person having to be conscious while they do it.
Yeah, that's a $1 million question right there.
Right. Yeah, that's a good question. I'll have to look into it. I'm actually not totally actually beyond messing with the death saving throw. Just because in
said no.
general the way that they're. Yeah, I don't know yet. I'd have to really look at it. I'd have to see
would've-
what the intention was.
You would have such a higher, like if you roll a 4 and you already come up on 10 to 1.
Yeah.
So you could theoretically have like a 65% chance of coming up.
Yep.
Although if you're casting a spell, you might as well just do a healing spell if you got the slots. Instead of
I mean, that's what was
infirmity.
interesting about that. That's why I'm not so sure it's actually overpowered because if you are
Jeremy.
casting bless, I mean
Jeremy.
theoretically. Go ahead.
Jeremy Crawford says you do get bless on a saving throw.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. I think I don't think it may be overpowered just because it's kind of a waste anyway. Because like it's better to heal them to 1 hit point, but there are certain like it depends on your spell slots too. Because bless is what? Bless is a level 1 spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting. It's definitely it could be used strategically. Yeah.
I assume it's already been cast on them. And
Yeah, that's where it comes
Yeah,
up.
it's already
already
right.
cast bless on someone, and then they go down, and
Right.
they can just
Right.
use bless.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Does the bless still stick if they're unconscious? That's the deal.
Yeah. All right. So we have Gretna, Kino. Who's next?
Mm,
I will double move towards the hole with the ghosts.
Arasis, okay.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I just want to do the initiative order real quick. So, Gretna, Kino, Arasis, Sia.
CO.
Okay, yep. Who's next?
Oh, I am with a 12 and Yeah.
What the hell? Why is that? How do we have two of Sio's models? Okay, that's fine. No, this must be CO, and that must be what the hell? Okay. Anyway, so who's after CO?
Miracle with a
Okay.
12.
Yep.
Literally with
And then who's next? Macmorn and Piraven?
Pan, it has an 8.
Oh, that's Pan. Gotcha. Pan as an 8. Yep. Cool.
And then Piraven as a 6 and Macmornet as a 5.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Okay, let's actually for now, just because we do have an active trap going on, and just because of the fact that the seconds are going to matter, let's actually go in initiative order and play everything out. So everyone down here, remember, sees that Piraven's in this weird red light with everything going on. We also know that this thing just literally crashed in over here and made a very large sound. Kino, what did you, and Gretna, I guess. Gretna and Kino, you can go first. Gretna, and then we'll take Kino.
What was that noise?
Gretna's awake,
I mean, Miracle's unconscious, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, I woke Miracle up last time because I helped get her into the room.
Last time there was
I spent an
another
action.
save I had to do.
Yep.
And I failed again.
Okay.
Yeah.
After that, after I had came in the room, I had to do another save, and I failed again.
Yep.
Right.
So I'm out again.
Right, you're out. That's what I thought.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can vigorously wake her up, but you need to do damage to keep that in mind. Yeah, or cure her or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going for the not vigorously damaging her
Yeah.
option there. Okay, I'm gonna cure wounds, Miracle.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Oh wait, what is not? I'm sorry, something happened to my. Sorry, something happened here to my thing.
It's all right. While she's doing that, Kino, what did you want to do on your move?
Well, if she's awake, if she wakes up or not will depend on my
She
action.
will. If she's doing cure wounds, she's gonna wake up. So, yep.
I am going to tell her, okay, if he stepped on that trap, you need to get a.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 9 and 3, so it's 11.
Cool. Yep. So you're awake, Miracle.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Kino.
I'm gonna turn to Miracle and frantically say, if he stepped on that trap, you need to get down there, start casting Tiny Hut around him. It's gonna be bad. You need to get down there, and I'm gonna double move towards the hallway.
Okay.
You know my speed movement is only 25, right?
We're like gonna be waddling behind the two of us.
6. So you can get to there, Kino. Double moving. All right, and then you'll be 10 feet behind.
Yeah, because I can't go that quicker.
Yeah, that's fine. Are you also? Well, that's fine. No, they got a head start on you, Gretna. So, okay,
yeah, like, I heal them and they'll like bolt on me.
Exactly. All right, so Arasis, let's start. This is the important thing. So let's start down here.
Oh geez, oh god.
Okay, so Arasis, you immediately, this is what you see. You see hundreds of these like greenish specters start to materialize all around you. Also, you notice that he's in distress because he can't, like, he looks like he's in pain, and it's very clear he's like restricted and he can't do much.
Yikes. I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of different things you know of. Like, if this thing gets flooded with hostile ghosts, it's a death sentence, probably, considering how many of them there are. You know that. That's like common knowledge. At the same time, Pyravin's stuck.
Oh, free action. I want to telepathically talk to Kino and
Yep.
describe what, because we have the link with the swords. Tell
Yep.
him what I'm saying
Yep.
and ask for advice.
Yeah, and I'll let you do that. That's pretty instantaneous. You can respond, Kino.
Get the fuck out of that hallway. If he stepped on the plate, they're gonna start materializing. I'm sending Miracle down there. She might be able to do a tiny hut around Pier.
Okay. I still have Henri, or I'm sorry, Pan, tied to me.
You could fly.
Yep. 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 That's right. You still have Pan tied to you. Yep.
Okay. Who? So Pyravin's the other one in the hallway with me.
Yes, Pyravin's. So Pyravin's up here, and then you also have Pan, but then you also have Co. Remember, Co followed you down.
Macmorn's there with us as well.
Macmorn's right up. He's actually exactly. He is right here.
Yeah,
Macmorn
he's on
is
top.
right above. Yeah. Yeah, he's actually down there. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to break. No, wait. Long Strider's not concentration. Shit, guys.
Yeah, remember this is all happening now. So that's the other thing. I don't want to do this now because I know it's complicated and I know people want to think through this. After we go through this first round, there'll be like time. I'll be rushing people along so we can keep the initiative.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Sorry. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna hold my action.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell Mac to get Pyravin. I'm gonna hold my action. I'm gonna tell Co to jump onto Pan because Pan's levitated, and the levitation spell can carry 400 pounds. The pair
Yep.
of them together are not 400 pounds.
Jeez, Pan's gonna wake up and be really fucking confused.
Yeah.
Pan is tied to me. Pan is tied to me.
Yep.
I'm breaking my long strider, casting jump on myself, and as soon as that triples my jump distance.
Yep.
As soon as Co gets onto Pan, I'm going to jump up and like Santa with like this reindeer and the sleigh. I'm pulling them behind me.
Okay.
Because they are weightless while they're levitating. They can be moved and pushed as if they can just like float.
Okay. The only thing is keep in mind because Pan will be weightless, but obviously Co won't be. She'll just be holding on, and she'll fall off. You know, there's not going to be a good way. If Co's asleep, she'll just fall.
Co, is she asleep? I thought
I
she was
should
awake.
be conscious right now.
Oh, okay. As long as you're conscious, you can hold on. For some reason, I thought Co was asleep as well, but she might not
No,
be.
yeah, I have a 19 strength with the gauntlets on.
Yeah, you should be fine with that. Yeah, that should
I
be
was
fine.
It triples my jump distance.
Yep.
So if I can get a running jump, I can go 40 feet straight up.
Yeah, and the way that it works, let me show you your predicament. You don't even have to jump that high. Like you're close enough that it's reasonable for you to at least jump out and pull them. But CO, you are just gonna have to hold on, and it's not. This is not precise either. So you're just gonna have to make a like as you're going through, the person holding on is just gonna have to make some kind of dexterity save. So you can choose in this case to like make it athletics if you really want to go through that, but it's going to be an issue. So here, let me explain to you what you're doing. So if you can you see the live stream?
Yeah.
The Discord. Okay. So you have to run over here, basically go through, jump all the way up, not hit the ceiling, and just make sure you're going in. So it's not that hard. I mean, this is pretty basic, but
even if I hit the ceiling, like I'll take some damage by bonking my head on the roof of the whole thing.
Okay.
If it lets us get out of here, like my
Okay.
goal is to get out of here. If I take damage, I take damage. I'm not
Okay.
trying to be careful about it.
Okay. All right. And keep in mind that you're under the slip too. So you're running through here. You're jumping to get up here, which is easy. All right. So that part will work. However,
I can definitely get me and Pan out of here. It's going to be CO that's a determining factor.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll be your turn to get out. CO, on your turn, your action is going to be just the save to hold on to this chaotic mess of things. So you can use athletics, or you can do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
All right, that's my whole turn.
Yep. Yep. You did in this initiative order. You and Pan are going to be out. It's just going to be if CO can hold on while not like hitting the top of this thing and like getting shunted off. But yep.
Okay. Is Mac awake? Because I know Mac is in that little area.
Mac
as well.
is definitely not awake. He's just kind of. Oh wait, Mac, you are unconscious, right?
Yeah. I thought.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I
he
didn't
is.
think I was. I was
I don't
jumping
remember.
I
down
thought it
in
was
that hole.
CO
I
and
thought
Pan.
everybody but
Wait, hold on.
I thought everybody.
Yeah,
but
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it was CO and I.
No,
Right.
hold
So
on. I
because what ended
remember
up
that.
because what ended up happening was Mac was awake and then he went unconscious again as we hit down here. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
But
I was gonna
yeah.
say that's what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
'cause we-
awake, Macmorn, but then when you got down here, you fell unconscious. So that
Yeah.
was.
And then I woke up.
If that's the case, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to change that because I thought Mac was awake. I apologize.
That's okay.
I'm going
Yep.
to
Pick me.
yeah.
Take Mac.
While CO is holding on to
Yep.
Henri, I'm gonna
Yep.
pick Mac up, jump up straight in the air, and fucking throw him down the hallway.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Like,
Just go ahead and do
like,
his.
spike him like a volleyball.
That's fine. Go ahead and do a strength check to see how far he goes. But yes, absolutely. You should be decently good at that.
Unnatural 20.
Never
Okay.
mind.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. It's gonna. Mac, you're
Throwing
gonna.
me into ghosts.
No, he's throwing you up here. You are gonna take a little bit of damage on this. He can't do it obviously like nimbly, but it's gonna put you in this square. That's actually fine. That you can do that.
That'll get all of them out, but unfortunately, because for me to do that, I'm not going to be able to probably go out with them. I'm probably going to fall back down.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to talk about. So Matt, if that's the case, you just understand that in your next turn, like there's really no way to get through this. I will let you have a pretty high dexterity saving throw to see if you can catch the ledge at the very least, so you don't have to jump again. But other than that, you're going to be stuck in the square, obviously.
Okay,
Here's
I'll
the thing, though. Here's the problem. Like going through and doing it that way, it also makes it a lot harder on like CO to get out. And you would know that. So, are you sure this is what you want to do?
Well, I mean, they can. With the levitation, CO could just kick off the wall and send them down the hallway as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's just going to be a little bit harder for her, but that's exactly right. Yep.
Yeah, it's the only thing I could possibly do to get everyone out, and
Okay.
I'm doing it potentially at the risk of my own life.
Okay. All right. Cool. So
And that damage would wake Macmorn up, wouldn't it?
yeah, it's going to be
Okay.
enough. Yep.
All right. Well, that's my
Yeah.
turn then. I'll let the next person go, which would be CO.
Yeah, it's CO's turn. Yep.
Yeah. I will absolutely follow along with Erastus's plan.
Right.
I will, as like we're doing the maneuvers to get out of the hallway, I am going to yell to Pier that we're coming back for him.
Yep.
And just so he knows what's up. I don't know if he can hear us, but
Yep.
I'm just going to tell him we're coming back for him. And then I will do whatever check I need to kind of like vault like Pan and I into like the upper room where Macmorn is.
Yeah, in this case now it has to be acrobatics because you're essentially like going through and kicking off the wall. You're holding on top of that. It's got to be like a dexterity nimble thing. So in this case it'll be acrobatics. Just go ahead and make an acrobatics check. Don't even make a save. Just do a check.
Guidance or no? No, that's an action. I can't. Never mind. Just
Yeah. Yeah, this won't be a save in this case. Yeah.
18.
18?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's definitely good. You're able to do this and get everyone out as well. So you notice, by the way, that as this is all happening and being like essentially what Erastus does get Mac out, but he does hit the top of this. Go ahead and go. By the way, go ahead and make your dexterity saving throw to see if you actually catch the ledge, or if you're on the bottom now, Erastus. Gage, you there? That's all right. We'll get to him. So, Miracle, your turn.
We
Sorry,
moved
I'm here. I forgot I was muted.
when I was with the others, so that would have been my movement. Would have been my turn. We had me move when I was.
Yeah,
with Keon.
that's right. That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Pan, it's your turn. I think you're still unconscious.
Unconscious.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
She is floating though, and
All
she would
right.
keep falling. So she would keep going.
Okay.
However, like the momentum of that
Yep.
kick carried her. They just float
Yep.
like someone going down the ISS.
Yep. That is
Last
right.
I
You would probably be down here. Yep.
But
With
last I
Pan.
remember, Pan and Erastus had Femi, I think, wake up Pan, and Erastus woke up Theo.
No, nobody
No,
tried to wake up Pan.
Yeah, and I can't do the thing. I can't do all the stuff at once. Making Bimmy do things is a bonus action, which I didn't have at the time.
Yep. All right. All right. It's Pyravin's turn. So, is anyone down here with Pyravin? Oh, you are. Okay. So, immediately what ends up happening, so for whatever reason, everything drops, Pyravin. Everything drops off of you, and the ghosts slowly start to seemingly dissipate. You are now like there's no pain or whatever. Immediately, a very large, ornate, um, this is going to be. I wish I had a better representation of this, but essentially, what ends up happening is a 10-foot tall mirror that's got gold and silver scroll work and a bunch of very very nice faceted crystals that are pink and purple, literally materialize right before Pyravin.
Is this the mirror?
You've never seen this before. This is something we've never ever seen before.
I was talking to like more to Group A.
Not.
Kino, you wouldn't see it anyway. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter. You can't see
I
it.
would.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Yeah. All right. What would you like to do, Pyravin?
I guess and see what I can do with the mirror.
Yep. So Pyravin, and by the way, this is what we talked about. So Pyravin's actually going to yell out before he leaves for everyone to follow him, and Pyravin's going to go through the mirror. You roughly see this. You hear this mostly, and then on your next turn initiative, you'll actually see what the thing was. So Pyravin steps through the mirror. Now there is, like I said, a very large, very large, very ornate gold, silver, mercurial mirror that's got like this floating weird mercury on the inside of it, with these purple and like pink crystals on all of it.
Yeah, right before I go through, I yell out to the whole group, everything's going to be fine. Go through the mirror.
Okay. All right. Macmorn, who is on... You're conscious now. We unfortunately still have to be on initiative, and you'll see why. What do you want to do? Macmorn?
Oh, I'll use my free action to ask if everybody, are we going to go through the mirror?
So Macmorn does that, and he goes through it. Is there anything else you want to do before people can start responding and stuff?
Macmorn is upstairs.
Yeah, he's upstairs. Exactly. He's right here. Yeah, you would just hear him say that, Macmorn. You can't even see this thing.
I will move. I feel like if I move into the hallway,
it's up to you. This is the last move in initiative, so this is the very last move in initiative. Because Kratos the top of the order. So what do you want to do?
Is it more than 30 feet to the mirror?
Yes.
I will.
You'd have to double move.
I can double move and get through it?
Yeah, you could theoretically double move to get through this. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Let me just make sure.
Would I get an attack of opportunity to grapple him?
If he is passing you, so yes, theoretically yes. Even though he doesn't realize he's an enemy, theoretically you could, yeah.
I feel like there's more people coming behind me, so there's no rush to get there before others. So I'm just gonna get up on the edge there to,
Yep.
and kind of out of the way the other people coming through. So maybe step diagonally.
Okay. So you want to be over here by the ledge?
Yep. And then if the Orassus needs a hand, I can give it to him.
Okay. All right. So that's fine. Now we're going to be out of initiative anyway. So I am keeping it up for now though. So immediately as this happens, brother, your character also materializes in the middle of all of this. You are. Let me put you on the board real quick and explain where you are because that's relatively important here.
Yeah.
Here, where's your miniature?
Is it brother?
Yeah, it's brother.
Okay.
You
Decided.
think?
Well, because you were implying that you were coming in as not brother.
Well, there's two brothers technically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to your house and smack you, John.
Bring it, short stuff.
I'm gonna bite your ankles.
You materialize right on the other side of this, right where the mirror is, like basically right where our friend was standing. So just keep in mind the mirror is in front of you, John, right here.
Yeah.
And he is not here right now. We're just taking him off the board. So you wake up here in the middle of nowhere. There are still faintly like there are still ghosts around. They just don't seem they're pretty like faint and they're green and they're glowing. You instinctively know that you were on the tomb before, as you know by the smell. You kind of remember this room in particular anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here,
dear.
let me get to it. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, you don't see anyone else currently. You're alone. But we're out of initiative order now, guys. So if you guys want to come down and see the mirror and all that stuff, everyone's free to make actions now.
Yeah, I'd probably be full tilt forward. I would jump down, sword out, looking forward.
Yep. Let's get you down there. Yep.
I'd like
All right.
to wake Pan.
Yeah. So you can either wait for Pan to wake up, or you can use a spell, or you can damage Pan. Damage also works.
Lightly jab her in the side, like in between the ribs, hard enough that I feel like she.
You do have to. So here's how it works. Unfortunately, you do have to make an attack. You can obviously make it non-lethal, but in this case, it's not going to matter. And you can use whatever weapon you want, including like an unarmed strike. But yeah, you kind of have to go through it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Kino is down here with Erasmus.
Yeah, so that's what I'm about to I'm just getting everything in. So Kino will jump down where you are, Erasmus. You guys can start talking. Yep.
How do the ghosts look still aggressive and materializing?
It's hard to say. They actually look like they're kind of not right now, surprisingly.
Oh, Kino, thank God. Thank God.
Where's Pierre?
He went through this big mirror thing, and then the ghosts were looking really mean, and then this metal guy appeared, and he's just been fucking standing there.
Motherfucker.
I just point to the metal guy like.
She flips her helmet visor down.
I'm gonna start looking around just to. Now, are they all up above this landing? Like I'm basically just.
No,
alone?
Kino's here. Kino's
Alright.
right here, and Erasmus is right here.
Kino, do we kill it? Do we kill it?
No.
Do we kill it?
I mean, look, this one's gonna be a lot harder to disassemble, and I step forward.
Should we kill it?
No killing this one. Brother?
Stay where you are, and I will ready a. Yeah, I'll ready a spell just in case in hand.
Yep.
And say, what's my designation?
You can use spells.
What's your designation? What are you doing here?
I know the face. What's my designation?
Brother.
He looks mean.
Brother, we met in Neverwinter. Stop this.
I don't know if it's you. There's only
Brother?
one Kino that knows that number.
Hold on.
Get the notes
Kino does, but Tyler doesn't.
Kino does. Tyler doesn't. Give me a second.
That's fine. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah,
if
we could.
Kino knows, then Brother knows it. So
Yeah.
yeah, which is smart. Keep in mind, for the people that don't understand what's going on, I don't want to bring in too much, but this is a very big plot point. So like, pay attention. But there's other Kinos and other brothers and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
this is a very smart thing for the
I
brothers.
flip my visor up and I go healer 1458. At ease.
And I'll drop the spell.
Yep.
Is this your robot? You can make him too?
Call me a robot again and you'll be losing a finger.
Oh, he is no robot. You know, their cleric also wanted to burn the library. Get over here.
I'll approach slowly.
Yep. Everyone that's awake has the ability to come down here now too. Gretna, I assume you're gonna follow since you were following Kino. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm like walking down the hall. Hello?
I help
Yeah,
it
yeah.
down. Hold on.
Did
Yeah.
I get woken up?
You did.
I rolled 18, so yeah. CO awkwardly rolls off of you and like jabs you in the wrist because you're still levitating, but I have your string.
It's fine. You're still gonna have to take. I mean, don't even roll it. I don't. This doesn't really matter, and there's nothing in the rules that appropriately takes care of this because you could theoretically stab someone, but lightly. But just take 2 points of damage off of you. She
Okay.
tried her best, so. Yeah. So.
Okay.
We need to go get Pierre.
Pen's gonna wake up and is going to be very confused as to why they are floating.
Yeah.
Because that happened after they fell unconscious.
Yep.
And it's just gonna be wildly flailing about like, huh, what happened?
You're okay. You're fine.
Don't-
I'm sorry.
don't
I didn't
fall.
mean to hit you so hard. Circumstance kind of made Erasmus levitate you so you wouldn't get crushed by the robot metal golem rock thing.
Yes.
Erasmus
wanna see
saved me?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't he?
I mean,
Okay.
I was not being very nice with the joking around. I didn't think he would save me.
No, you
No,
weren't.
I mean, you really saved us. If you hadn't unlocked the door, I don't know if any of us would have come out of that unscathed. But
Thankfully, the
plus-
composition of my shell is 70% iron and 30% forgiveness.
That's
I like to
wonderful.
hear that just up from the above.
What is that mirror, though?
That's a mirror of Pyravin stealing.
Miraven.
She walked through it.
It's a mirror of Pyravin stealing.
I
Feel
just
free to
look at
make an
brother.
Arcana check on it.
Yep.
I will.
Yeah, I
assist.
would have had a good look at it.
Yeah. All of you can. Yeah.
14
I'm
for
gonna
me.
kind of just drag Pan down. I don't know if Erasmus dropped the spell or how that works, but I will like try and guide Pan down to
Yep.
where
Are you
everyone.
connected to the Wi-Fi? Because you're breaking up a lot.
Huh? Me?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out.
Oh, that's weird because I'm next to the router trying to pack stuff in the closet, but
Are you connected to it?
should be, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you seem okay now.
I'm doing a divine sense as well as I'm checking.
Okay.
14.
You said
21 with guidance on the Arcana check.
21. Okay. So with a 21, it is a portal. It is complicated, high level, powerful magic that you've never felt before ever. You don't know where this magic comes from, how it works. It doesn't even seem like it's necessarily tied to the weave. So it's completely foreign and it's not something that you can really like discertain, except for the fact that very clearly, given the description that Pyramid walked through it, and by the looks of it, it certainly looks like it's a portal out or something.
Chris, I'm gonna use my last charge of my power armor to reactivate it.
Okay. Yep.
Let's move away from this portal, shall we?
Fair idea.
Helmet snaps down, and he is in battle mode.
Yep. Now there is no. This portal does up the entire area. There is no way around this thing, unfortunately. It is just there.
So we go through it.
Wait, the pier went through it.
He
He's
did.
gone.
Yeah. Yep.
What? And he said to go through it.
He did.
No.
He said everything's going to be fine. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sorry.
did. I heard him.
Yeah, I was going to say you would have heard some of this. All you would have heard is that. The rest of you can say whatever you want, but
No, he
Yeah.
said everything's gonna be fine. He didn't say for us to go through it.
he did actually. He did
Yeah,
tell.
he
He did. He did tell you to go through it actually.
Oh well, fuck it then. Let's just go. He's given us no reason to distrust him.
Okay. Who?
And we need it. We're now missing one friendship bracelet.
Yeah. Yes.
It's our dog tags. We have to recover
Yep.
them.
Yeah. Who would like to walk? Oh, so brother, you're closest, but are you walking through to try to hit the portal?
No, I'm gonna go last.
I'm
Okay,
going
that's fine.
through it.
Oh,
Gretna, you want to go?
by the way.
Yes, I'm
All
going
right.
after the pier. We can't
right.
leave him.
All right, yeah, that's fine. So Gretna walks through and she goes through the portal. So this is what you guys see. So Gretna walks through. Gretna, this is one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen. These gems are unbelievably nice, and they're a little bit prismatic in the sense that they kind of change from pink to purple depending on which like angle you're looking at them, and they even look like they have some kind of like swirling like viscous liquid inside of them, but they look amazing. On top of this, this is a truly ornate mirror in the sense that it's carved out of gold and silver, and it's got all of these like beautiful like women and beautiful scenery. It's just a whole thing of like beauty essentially. As you go through and walk through it, do me a favor, make a dexterity saving throw,
Okay.
just in case you crit, because otherwise you fail. But if you crit, we'll see.
I'm concerned.
12.
12. Okay.
Go through it.
Um,
He said it'll be fine. He said.
All right. So this is what you guys see. You see this mirror explode in shards of glass that literally start ripping through you, Gretna. I mean, it's devastatingly bad. So you take how many hit points do you have?
Whoops. Wait a second. Good question.
Oh, boy.
60.
I heard Kaylee
All right.
yell
So
across
so
the house.
so you take you take 46 plus 20 points of damage. So you take 66 points of damage.
Yep.
You are down and unconscious. Now here's the other thing. As this is ripping through you, as the pain goes through, it's the strangest feeling, most terrifying, but also unbelievable feeling you've ever felt. Because as much as this hurts, and it is the worst pain you've ever felt, it also feels like you're almost on drugs and in pure ecstasy as you die. It is a very crazy feeling. You see she's now bleeding everywhere, bleeding out, going through it. The cuts, by the way, are so tiny that even if you didn't have magic to heal you, they would never have left a scar. You are just eviscerated in blood.
Okay.
But she's like sitting there and going through. The mirror now doesn't have any of the mercury inside of it. She is bleeding to death, though. I mean, she's died. She's dead essentially.
I'm
so.
dead.
I will
Well, I'm
drop
out. I'm
down.
not dead.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I'll drop
forgot.
You
down
have
and cure
dead. You
wounds.
have yeah.
You're
go
dead,
ahead.
dead?
Okay.
You're like automatically dead?
is-
No, she's in her
I'm
death
sorry.
saving
Is
throw.
Bless still working? It
Uh,
lasts
in
for a
this,
minute.
yeah, in this case, no. In this case,
Okay.
8
you're
points. She's
Alright.
alive.
yeah. As long as you can get healed immediately, you're fine. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
What happened to Pier though?
Yeah, so now there's a hollow form of this mirror. The structure is still there, but everything's gone.
Does someone have identify?
Kino, make an intelligence saving throw. Like I
Miracles
said,
just
this is gonna
right
get confusing.
now.
Yeah, just Kino, make an intelligence saving throw to see if you can fend this off.
6.
Okay. Kino starts laughing hysterically. Like this is the funniest thing he's ever seen ever. You have no idea what's wrong with Kino, but as he saw Gretna go down and eviscerated, he starts literally thinking this is super funny.
I cut myself off laughing by talking, so.
Yeah.
But also, I have identify, but I don't think we have a test.
Where's Pier?
That's not good. This is good.
So was Gretna stabilized or?
I'm at
She
2
is now.
stabilized.
She is now. Yeah, she is now.
And
Hey, who are you?
what with Kino? They're just laughing?
If we really want to identify the mirror, I can make a pearl. For 3 hours.
But you also see Miracle just shaking and crying right now.
I mean, this is all happening. Now, the ghosts themselves are very, very, very slowly looking like they are hostile, but not solidifying. They're annoyed at this entire situation, but there's still ghosts all around you guys.
Can I do anything besides laugh?
You can talk through this. Yeah, you can make your actions and talk. It only lasts for 6 seconds, so you only laugh for like 6 seconds or so. But you can talk and tell people you have no idea why you're laughing. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them through the tears of laughter that I can't stop this, and that
After around 6 seconds, so after around 6 seconds, Kino does stop laughing, and then you can explain, Kino.
well, I have a good idea who made that mirror now. And it's
Fine.
certainly not someone or something we should be dealing with. And frankly, we should back up far away from that.
Am I making our contract on laughter?
Yeah.
Gage knows what's up. But
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, you know it's magic. I mean, unless he's lying. I mean, unless she's lying, you know it's a magical effect. Yeah.
my Discord it just showed me a blank screen on my computer. I'm having to restart my whole computer. I have no idea why.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, it
coming
might
in
be,
really scratchy.
It sounds like it sounds like it's like a bandwidth issue, but yeah.
I'm just gonna look at CO, and I'm just gonna kind of hand motion a crown of horns. And I'm gonna go. There's only one person that can play with my emotions in that way, and it's something that no one else should have to deal with.
It's brother.
Brother wishes he could make me laugh this hard.
Well, he's the one that plays
I
with the
technically
emotions
can.
the most.
Yeah.
How dare you
Puritan's
talk about your
gone.
husband in such a way?
I want to say, guys, like our house is falling apart. I gotta talk to Haley.
Yep.
Puritan's gone, guys. Does anybody
Yes,
else care?
Well, no, I care, but he was probably taken away by an elder god, so or something.
Sorry, I was
But he said it
unconscious.
would be okay.
Gretna, you do see Miracle shaking and crying right now.
I'm gonna
Our
pat
Wi-Fi is
Miracle on the
crashing
back.
now too. We're just getting like something's going on with Florida connectivity. Kaylee can't hear anything. I'm getting like really bad connection. We're on our phones now.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that
But
sucks, man.
I did roll for Arcana to identify the laughter.
Yep. So what did you get?
It's only a
13.
13. Well, you could tell that it's some kind of charm effect, but other than that, you have no idea.
Oh, would
Yeah,
I
I
have
have
been able to make that with advantage then if it was charm?
Yeah, you could have. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I should have mentioned that. It is like a charm effect, so you would have been able to.
What's happening to it on that?
18.
It wouldn't have mattered then. No, you got way too low.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I walk over to Miracle and I just start like hugging her.
Yeah, me too.
I'll look back, Kino. So, who the hell are these people?
Give us a second, brother, please.
Hey, thank you, by the way.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Now, surprisingly, as you healed her, by the way, and she's since she isn't healed at full, she doesn't have any scars on her, brother. She doesn't have any cuts or anything. You're quite shocked by that because normally you need to heal someone to full for them to look totally fine. She looks pretty fine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I couldn't talk to Purvin. I couldn't talk to him psychically, right? He wasn't one of
Correct.
the people in the bond. Okay, it was only Erasmus.
Well, even if you could, you wouldn't be able to now. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just mentally going to say to Erasmus, Gage probably can't hear me, but I'm just gonna say,
We're on our phones. We can hear.
oh, okay,
But
perfect.
our router is just crashing.
Okay. Yep.
Maybe don't go after this one with your tools. I'm gonna just kind of stand up and brush myself off. If we're gonna do introductions, shall we go up top, please?
Yep. As this happens, by the way, you guys see Piravin jump down from here as well, out of literally nowhere. Arasis, you notice right away though, Piravin does Piravin. So a number of things have changed with Piravin. Number one, Piravin, you wouldn't necessarily notice this. You just notice the changes. But anyone in the group that does notice this, Piravin is much, much, much more attractive than he came from, like than he was, in the sense that it's hard to deny. Like he is just more charismatic. He seems more. I mean, he looks just a slightly different. It still very much looks like Piravin, but he is there. But Erastus, the thing that you notice the most is that Piravin looks older. You don't know how older or whatever. It's not like he's like aged 10 years, but maybe a year or two, maybe more. But Piravin's back with everyone.
Oh boy, I look at brother. You miss it in here?
Beric was.
To the contrary, I feel at home.
Long time no see, everyone. And who's this whelp of a piece of metal over here?
Stop.
Piravin.
What did you call me?
I'm sure you heard me quite clear with those ears of yours.
He doesn't.
I'll just pull my hood back. There's no ears.
Must have been mistaken.
To give you a frame of reference, what you see standing is a 7-foot tall walking suit of armor, cloaked in various swatches of blue cloth, a deep hood, and a steel shield with a emblem of a blue dragon rampant on it.
Piravin is also strangely, like, no matter how Piravin role plays this or whatever, just keep in mind, Piravin is also very strangely charming, like incredibly charming, way more charming than you guys like thought Piravin was, and that goes with his attractiveness and everything else. He is also, from a meta perspective, way more charismatic than when he was, but that's just something that's changed about him. That's the biggest notice.
I'm using my last divine sense for the day, and I'm
So
centering
as
it on
you
him.
okay, finally divine senses. All right, so 60. It's 60 feet, right?
Yep.
Okay. You are currently surrounded by numerous amounts of fiends. This is consecrated ground, but it's so many you can't even count them. It's almost like it's an infinite number. You've never ever had this in divine sense, and it is terrifying to you as much as it is awe-inspiring to you, as if you are in Avernus itself.
I just go wide-eyed, and I look at Gretna, and I look at brother.
That was funny. That was funny, Piravin.
Gretna's got a
You
real
like that, didn't
quizzical.
ya?
She's so confused right now.
Like Kino's jaw has dropped.
Well, in the meantime, I'll rush over to Miracle and give her a big squeeze and say it's been a long time since I've seen you.
I'm gonna relay everything I saw silently, psychically to Erastus, and I'm gonna tell him not to say anything out loud just yet.
What? Why not?
Just trust me. We're surrounded by a countless number of fiends. It's like we're in Avernus itself.
You're
Holy
hanging out
shit!
Wait, what? Where?
All around us. Trust me. I'm well tapped into the divine magic. You gotta trust me. This is bad news.
Piravin's back though.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that.
Oh, all right. Wait, no, wait, what? Okay, whatever.
Smile and wave.
Hugging him back and crying.
You guys do hear a large sound. As this is coming through and as everyone's talking, you hear another large sound above you and over in this general direction over here. What sounds like almost like a roaring wind. Incredibly loud. Let's get rid of these. Yeah.
Sio is going to quickly write down Kino's name in her journal.
Mm-hmm.
It's already there.
Oh, I couldn't remember if it was. CEO is going to quickly write Kino.
Yep.
And tell her that she's concerned that Luxise is involved in Purivan's new.
I can't say for certain. Am I saying this out loud or is this telepathic?
It can be
it's
telepathic.
Yeah. So what happens is I write it down, but you hear it in your head in my voice, and when you respond telepathically, it writes itself in my book.
I can't say for certain it's him directly, but it's bad, and I'm going to write down everything I saw with Divine Sense, and I'm going to say Erastus also knows. Hopefully he plays it cool. But it's bad.
Purivan, you walked through a mirror. What happened?
Yeah, what's happened?
Hey, Purivan. Hey, Purivan.
Look so different and act so.
You look good.
Like hot?
Yeah, I'm just
say it,
sitting there like
but-
stroking my jawline, taking in all the praise and appreciation, and say
Yeah,
thank
but
you.
what
thank
happened when you went through the mirror that killed me? What happened?
You didn't die.
The ins and outs of what actually happened are so just not very necessary right this very second, but
I
it
like
was
that answer.
very eventful.
I would say on the contrary.
I mean,
Do tell.
Well, when you
Well-
let this guy showed up, and I point to brother.
Or I'd be dead still. Just saying.
Gretna died.
Enlighten us about what you
Well,
saw through the mirror, please.
For like a second.
Oh,
Okay,
so it don't matter, right?
Okay. First, I will tell you everything that happened. But first, I want to make sure that everyone here is okay. Is everyone doing good? You know.
Peachy.
I'm a little thirsty, but
Is
that.
can I
feel
insight
like crap.
You can insight check him. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause-
I am not trusting what I'm seeing right now.
yeah, I'm concerned because it's not a radical like 180 for Pure, but this isn't the Pure CEO knows, and she's very cautious around new people.
Yep.
He's just confident,
think
guys.
Am I
Yeah,
able
but-
to understand what they're doing? How they can be what's the word for this? Just on guard about
Dubious.
how I am now. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I only got a
But-
13 now, if that
Did
helps.
I roll?
15.
Yeah, you can. Everyone can. Yeah. You're gonna have to beat all of them, but keep in mind your new charisma. So
What is this, an insight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm totally buying this. I'm just happy the friend is back.
I was gonna ask, is there anything I get for knowing him for a long time, longer than the others?
of course, I mean, yeah, you can ask him anything. Yeah.
Jesus.
God damn that.
Uh,
No, nope.
So basically, so Piraven, you have to oppose no matter what. But you can then tell them, depending on the opposing thing, what it is. So, what did you roll, Piraven?
I rolled a 17 with my old stats, so whatever you would add to that.
Yeah. Okay. So
I rolled a 24.
So he would have a 19. Yeah. It's 24. So Gretna wins. So so go ahead and so go ahead and say whatever. If you're hiding anything, all you have to say is this: if you are lying and hiding something or being intentionally deceptive, you do have to note that. And then you have to give a bit of a reason why, but it's not a true serum. You don't have to go through everything. But Gretna, so now that you've rolled higher than him, what are you looking for in this dialogue?
I'm looking for why he changed. Like, what happened? What is it about him that is
Right.
so, like, different?
Right. So, well, all right. So, essentially, what lie are you looking for in what he said so far? I guess.
Well, what happened to him? Like, why is he not telling us what happened to him?
Yeah. So that's so basically, you have to just say if you're being forthright or not.
Mhm.
You have to tell Gretna now if you're in the couple sentences you've said. Are you being forthright?
Okay, great. Now let's put it this way, okay? So I walk over to her, I put my hand on her shoulder, and towering above her pretty much,
Yeah.
and I kind of squat down. It's like I've been through a lot. The things that I could tell you would probably terrify you to the point where you wouldn't talk to me. But I can promise you, I am the exact Pirivan that left physically.
And it does seem like he's telling the truth in that respect, Greta. Yes, that is a true statement.
Try us.
I could cast Zone of Truth on you.
Yep, she could.
Don't try us. Don't try us, please.
Try me. I step forward.
Yep.
I dare you.
Look,
no.
look, Kino, you've kind of been the hero of our group and undoubtedly the best person we've met in a long time. But this
I
is
give brother a nervous.
Hey, no,
What?
you shut up. You shut up. You stop laughing. You threaten to cut off my finger the second I meet you. So you
Oh, I thought
threaten to
that was
cut
I
me
thought that was a
apart.
joke at Honor.
That was a joke at Henry.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
figured.
The best, the hero, the
Yes.
evil paladin of Tiamat, responsible
Wait,
for
what?
killing a boatload of
Oh my
paladins.
gosh,
A
I don't know
literal
what-
boatload of paladins. Oh, did she not tell you about how she stole your book of dragons,
Wait, what?
then
Ba,
ended up
ba, ba,
releasing
ba, ba,
23
ba, ba.
evil dragons into the world? She told you none of this?
Look, I don't care.
Time out.
Wait.
great.
One thing at a time.
Whoa.
One
I don't know what a
thing at a
Tiamat
time.
is, but
This has
you're
been a
just
hard
I
day.
feel like
you're telling a
Kino's
bunch of
issues are
fibs.
more prevalent.
You're
She
telling a
came
bunch
in
of
here
fibs.
specifically to try to kill the good version of herself.
I
She is
didn't.
the
I
good version
tried.
of herself. There's
Yes.
no gooder version.
You really don't know her as well as you think you do.
Well, I don't care to know you, Mr. Accusation.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
no. But.
Anyways, Piravin's
Stop
back.
recording.
We're all alive. Can we leave now? Do you know a way out, Mr. Metal? Libel Bot 3000?
Call me a bot again, and I will cast Zone of Truth on myself.
Yep. Yep.
And I will repeat all of it again in the same amount of detail.
But I don't know what you did.
But Gretna does.
Yeah, she does. Greta, you
Uh,
would know that he's casting Zone of Truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he's telling the truth, but it's Kino.
Kino's
we-
awesome.
We gotta shush. We gotta talk.
I would love to talk, Gretna. Look, I'm not here.
She was outed by a god in this tomb for being too slimy.
I was outed by another god, an
Muhammad
evil god.
forced her to be a paladin to show she was a paladin of Tiamat.
I swallow.
What was the curse? Just tell me
Wait.
what the curse was that I lifted, please.
God.
Okay, so hold on, brother. I got this. Let
There's
me
a
talk
lot of
about
curses you
myself for a
probably
change.
lifted. Let's just be honest.
God.
So-
I'm trying to be a good cleric here.
In our particular timeline, I mean, where do we start? Or how much?
So do you
Wait,
two
let
hate
me
each other?
talk about the curse.
You
Hold
sound
on.
like you really fucking hate each other.
I'm watching
be
Pierre.
married.
I'm watching Pierre while I'm talking.
Yep.
I'm not letting my eyes off him.
Yep.
So the curse was, and this was an underhanded curse by Bahamut, mind you. This was a seedy, undeserved curse because I'm helping.
That forced you to show your true self to everyone else.
This isn't a hidden symbol. This is where I'm from. This is Cormier. And I hold up my shield.
Yep.
I'm not hiding anything. This is my Cormier shield. I have a symbol and I hold it up. It's around my neck. But what you wanted me to do is paint a target on my back, and you, Bahamut, wanted me dead. That's what this curse did.
Bahamut specifically told me not to kill you numerous times.
He gave you the go-ahead, and you told me so.
Sierra,
Yeah.
do we care about
Have I
this?
killed you yet?
CO is just very perplexed about what's going on. She had a moment with Kino, and now just a lot of air is coming out. So
Look, do we care
Gretna's
about
like
this
tapping
at
her
all?
fingers, waiting.
Erastus, yes, because we would
I
like to
don't.
know our friend. You don't have to care. You can go down the hallway, I guess, and be careful
No,
and look
no.
the way out.
No, I'm talking about their little squabble.
And Gretna, what
We
that
should
did,
I think we should care.
What was?
I don't
You
care.
basically
The
just removed
curse-
his divine curse that forced him to show his
the curse
sign of Tiamat on his shield at all times.
was it changed any symbol I had, no matter what it was, to a symbol of Tiamat. It could be a
That's
never
not
ember crest.
true.
Yes, it was. That was
Then
the curse.
step inside of the
I'll
circle
step
and say
inside the
that.
circle, and I'll repeat it again. Every single crest I hold, Cormir, everything turned into this Tiamat. Every
Yeah,
dragon,
that's a very
every
thin
everything.
truth because you're a paladin of Tiamat.
Well,
All
see,
it did
I'm
was
telling the
force you to
truth.
show it on your shield.
Do we?
Inside that.
And
Zone
kill me on
Truth-
sight, whichever city I walk
Also,
into.
yeah, I was gonna say if
I'm gonna
anyone does
start
an insight
beating
while
my
Zone of
head
Truth is
up
up,
against the wall.
you would know that it's still that they have to tell the truth. Essentially, like if he's
Yeah.
answering, he's compelled. So he
Ah.
is
Yeah.
telling the truth. Yeah.
I believe Kino. I believe Kino.
And
I was gonna say, yeah.
Bahamut never spoke out against the book, even when you were reading from it. Yes, dragons are dangerous, but they're even more dangerous when they're brought back from the dead and weaponized as Dracoliches. You had every chance to stop me, yet you refused to do so and continue to drag our reputation through the mud. You don't care about doing the right thing, you merely care about me being someone to talk down to, brother.
Oh shit.
This
You
would
read
happen
from
to
that
you let
book.
Tyler write this for like the last 4 months. He's been waiting for this for so long.
I
Yeah.
have.
Yep.
Can we just like do anything but have this conversation? Because it feels like this is underlying issues between you two
Exactly
that we
my
don't
thought.
have the time or the inclination to address at this particular dangerous moment. Pirvin is
You're
back.
completely right.
Pirvin is back. CEO's still alive. That's all that matters.
So you do hear that whatever's happening upstairs has started to become slightly louder. You can tell there's a bit of a chaotic thing going on. Obviously, you know what happened with Pirvin as well. I mean, I'm sorry, not Pirvin, but Kino. Kino, when you did Divine Sense. And then these ghosts are hostile, but not solidifying yet. However, since you're right next to it, brother, you saw it last time. This trap
Yeah.
is still 100% active. So
That's right.
the crystals are glowing red, just like they were last time. So just keep that in mind.
Oh.
So the trap
Yeah.
is still going.
I
Now,
got jump
knowing
for an
what I
hour.
know, knowing what I look, knowing how the trap works and how I've seen it, would I know that we would still be able to disarm it, or would this be
Yeah,
pretty much
you
lost at
you
this point?
no. You could tell them. You could tell them how to disarm it. Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
what that would do is that would give advantage to anyone that's trying to disarm it. Yeah, you could walk them through all these.
yeah, and I'll explain. I'll look at the trap for a moment and tell them that when we had our particular round, still standing in the circle, mind you, that while we had our particular round in this tomb, our less scrupulous rogue friend was able to manipulate these crystals in such a ways as to deactivate them. But it was a little bit. I'll explain like the whole finicky thing with Abel and how they both work together, and things were moving and blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
Well,
Yep.
thankfully, I am as smart as Abel, who I also met and liked.
Oh, how nice for you.
Yes, how nice for me indeed. Pierce, would
Defender's
you like
still
to
here.
get the band back together?
Man, I've been waiting for this moment for the past. No, that's
Yeah.
not what I'm saying.
Hey, you want to
Okay.
join us in this zone of truth, Pierre? If you got nothing to hide? Water's fine.
I
Stop,
mean,
stop
I'm
harassing
sure
my
I
friend.
could, but I'm just gonna go help Erasmus.
Yeah, I know. But just in case you do get into the zone, Pirvin, the way that it works is that you are compelled to tell the truth no matter what. However, you are not compelled to answer. So if they do ask you something within a zone, you can just keep your mouth shut, essentially. But if you say something, it will be true. You
Harassing my
cannot
friend,
lie.
Yeah.
you know.
And he'd have to walk past me to be able to get to that trap. And
Yeah.
my zone is still up.
Yep.
I mean, before I walk in there, I mean, guys, can you really just let me deal with this real quick? As soon as I'm done, we can go ahead and have a heart-to-heart conversation. I look both of them in the eyes, and I'm trying to be as genuine as I possibly can.
That sounds good to me because these ghosts are looking mighty pissed off, and we don't really have time for this right now.
You're cute, but you're not that cute. Get going.
All right.
All right.
He's kind
All
of
right.
cute, actually.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so he walks through. He actually so I can't impress this enough. Even though it does look like Pirvin, the truth is that everyone kind of notices this, like no matter what. Like Pirvin is unnaturally attractive. It's very strange and weird, and yeah. Anyway, so
Absolutely enamoring.
yeah.
No, CEO, you close your eyes.
So Pirvin. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So Pirvin, as you go up, brother, you're going to help him disarm this.
Yeah, I'll give him advantage.
Okay. So what that
And I
means,
will
brother,
give him.
you're
I will
actually
give him resistance.
And I'll
you're
give
actually
him guide.
trying to manipulate the crystals just like you remember Chester doing, while he's looking at the pressure plate underneath.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to work together, and you have advantage on this, Pyramid.
You get a D4 added.
Yeah,
Is
plus a
Peter
D4.
in the zone of truth currently as he's working on
Yes,
this?
he is. He's in the zone of truth. Yeah.
I'm gonna write Pyravin's full name in my book,
Yep.
and I am going to write to him if Luxis is involved with his new facade.
Oh.
Yeah. So you just have to make a choice on if you answer Pyramid. But you would hear that while you're doing this. But go ahead and roll, Pyramid.
I got a what 18.
18. Yep, that works. So after around 15 minutes, it takes you around 15 minutes, so you can answer her while we're going on, but it's just going to take a bit of time. We don't
Am
have to
I
do extra. Yep.
am I forced to reply to her
No,
question directly?
No.
So
You
I
can
can say whatever I want though.
you can say whatever you want as long as it's true.
You can say, I don't feel like answering this question now. I'm too busy.
Exactly. But or you can say nothing, but you cannot lie. There is no lying when the zone of truth. So
Cool.
I'm gonna telepathically say, when's the last time someone told you you were beautiful?
He says that telepathically, or
Oh.
do you say it out
yeah,
loud?
no, he says it
You
telepathically.
say it out loud?
No, you can't hear him. It's in the book. Yeah.
I can already hear the sound of the nose breaking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No,
The
it's more
gauntlets
the
smashed
it's more
together.
the sound of like that meme of the cat in the hat with the baseball bat sneaking up on the kid.
Well, not to mention the fact that Erasmus and Pyramid are good friends. You're gonna break Erasmus' heart. He's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna walk out of the zone of truth and stand next to a Gretna.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. Yep.
Sierra's just gonna look. She doesn't understand what kind of mental gymnastics he just did.
Yeah.
Like she knows it's a true compliment, but at the same time, no idea what that has to do with shit.
Yeah.
Where's Tom to make some memes when you need him?
Yeah.
All right.
Is that
So
really
you guys are
necessary?
able to get this going, brother. You remember there are several more. This is not. It's not just one. There's at least another one.
And I'll
At
let him
least
know
another
that.
one. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, Erastus, you gonna hop on along?
Yeah, so you vaguely remember that there is another pressure plate without any of this in this square or this square, which you can tell him, and then up here is where we're going to get another trap. So,
Yeah, I'll point them out.
yeah.
Gretna, I hope this doesn't change anything.
Okay,
Nat
can we
20
leave?
on mine.
Tia.
Yep.
Tia cured you.
I know.
You remember it.
Back.
I appreciate it.
It's true.
You have no idea.
Well, give me an idea.
We don't have enough time.
Yeah, so you're able to. This one's an easier pressure plate trap. It looks like there was going to be like spears that shot out at you and some other blades and stuff. This one was pretty easy. You guys can go on to the next one, which is this one right here. It's that same kind of thing. The ghosts are more hostile, and by the way, you can start to feel like a kind of like a weird like dampness almost. It does mean that they might be solidifying again, but you don't know. You're not sure. Everyone feels this, by the way.
All right,
I'm
guys,
gonna
let's
tell
hurry up.
Miracle. I'm gonna tell Miracle to just start casting Tiny Hut.
Oh. Okay.
Use a spell slot if you gotta.
It's a ritual, isn't it?
It
So
may
I can-
work. It may work in our advantage to wait till the end of the hallway. You remember how long this is.
Oh god.
Well, yes, but we might not have till the end of the hallway. Is what I'm saying.
I can give us a window.
It also
You
takes
remember
10
how we-
minutes to.
Well, you remember how I got us out of this last time.
I do,
Okay,
and
good.
it almost killed us.
Yep. So, all right. So
Almost
Pyramid.
killed, you
So
say?
this one's gonna take 15 minutes or so, and brother is gonna give you advantage. And you guys are gonna have to like focus on this. Yep.
Hey, Pyravin, can you just be a doll for a second and just let me borrow 2 daggers?
Sure, and I reach into my backpack, and previously I got 3 pristine daggers, and I'm gonna hand him 2, or her 2. I apologize.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Sure thing.
Yep.
I'm just going to ready them. Brother, surely you remember how to open the door. your
Very quickly.
yes.
All right. All right. What'd you roll?
Not 20.
Okay. All right. So you're able to do this in half the time, and you're able to get this going. This brother reminds you too. He's super happy you did this because he also reminds you that if you fail this trap, it just activates it. So you guys did a great job. So you guys are able to get this part going, and there is now a hallway going up. This room is starting to get to the point. It's so green now that your vision starts to basically get impaired. Um, and I assume everybody starts coming up and following them.
I'm grabbing the last dagger from Johnny's old pack in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Let me get in front, Pierre.
Wait, who has the bag of holding?
Gretna.
You do, don't you?
No, I don't.
I have it. I've got a bag of holding. I also cast
No.
preserve life on myself.
Wait, who has the bag of
Gretna, I
holding?
think they were talking
Funny
about
thing
the
about
bag
that.
of holding in their group.
I'm sorry,
You
I can't hear
didn't.
you.
I think they were talking about the bag of holding in their group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
I
I'll
do
throw
not
in
have the bag
message
of
to
holding.
Gretna.
Okay, does anyone have a dagger?
I have a dagger.
All right, I'm borrowing it.
All right, my only dagger.
I put 10 gold in her hand.
Yep. Yep.
10 gold.
No. You
All
know,
right. Now,
I saw 100 earlier.
to both of your horrors, by the way, as you come through and start looking at this doorway, it looks distinctively different. You're surprised, brother.
No, damn it.
You are very surprised.
I
Let's
hand
just
her
look
back.
at this shit.
Figures.
Yeah.
I hand her back the dagger.
So,
Oh, do
guys,
you want your 10 gold back?
does
Now-
what do we go through the door?
Wait,
Now,
we check.
as you guys get up to this point, you start to hear that familiar sound where now the ghosts are starting to actually make noises. Kino, you know that at any minute this hallway will just be flooded and it'll be over. So, however, this is what the door looks like. So the door does look like it's made out of adamantium, because you were able to see the other adamantium door, and this looks very, very similar. However, instead of the slots, what you actually see now is bars, just like a jail cell, much like you see in the representation right now. And then you also see what looks like 14 different keyholes. Within all of those 14 keyholes, each of them looks very distinctly different. Each one of them has a gem on top of them. Each gem looks like it's a diamond, rather large diamond. Brother, you see these diamonds? These, if they're real diamonds, they might be big enough for even like resurrection. You've never seen so many like good quality diamonds like this, and you can tell that the magical kind by the sheen that they have and going through it. So it looks like they are real diamonds, although of course you'd have to test them to be certain. There's 14 of them, and then the other thing that's going on with this door is that there's a big red like painted like mark up and down the center of it.
All right, guys.
I'm
Those ghosts are
still
getting loud.
Yep.
Would the 10 minutes?
The fiddly ones should go deal with the door, and I will take position at the end of that hallway.
Okay.
I'll stand next to brother. Sword out, shield up.
Do I still look like the tankiest person here?
For the most part, you do. Yeah.
Would
Next to
tiny
this
hut?
7-foot tall suit of armor.
Would the
Yeah,
tiny
I mean,
hut-
you can tell that brother can hold his own in this for sure, but brother doesn't have the same kind of like. You can tell that your armor might just be a tad better in your shell than brother's, but at the same time, brother looks very capable.
I'm also fully encased in power armor.
I'm sure you'll do great, Erastus. I'm very proud of you. Now get behind us.
No, you get behind me. I
Okay.
got this.
I stand behind Erastus.
All right, so
Chris.
are you gonna go with brother Erasmus?
I'm standing right there, shoulder
Okay.
to shoulder, at the fucking wall of iron.
Cool. Okay.
Chris?
Yep.
The Iron Curtain.
You
Yep.
told me how to ready
Get behind it.
tiny hut
Steel
if needed.
curtain.
But is that ready now?
Well, yeah. So as you are walking, you have to decide on where you're gonna put it. That's the thing. So,
Oh.
you can actually do. This is already ruled that you can actually walk while doing it. You did it as a ritual, right? The 15 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. You have to make a decision now where you want it.
Oh, I'm gonna say, Kiana, where should I put it?
Put
Yeah,
it
it's time sensitive. Yeah.
put it behind us so that everyone can fall back. So that's not in the way of anything right
Remember,
now.
everybody has to be in the area
Right
of
here?
the effect of the spell when the spell goes off to be able to go in and out of the spell.
I thought they could change it when the
No,
So,
yeah,
so
we
right
will
here.
be-
And what's the radius of tiny yet? Is it 10? It's 10?
Well, it holds. How
It
many
holds up to
people
9
is it?
people.
So it's got to be
Well-
like 10. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
But once it's cast, they can enter and they can
Once
go
it's
in
cast,
and out of it.
people can go in and
Everybody
out
but
of
the
it,
person who cast it.
but
They were in
to
the
be
area.
able to go in and out of it, you have to have been in the area of the spell when the spell was originally cast.
She is
Once
correct.
it's
I am
once
looking
it's
at it.
cast,
Yeah.
once it's cast, you can go in and out, but you have to
It
be
doesn't
there for the
define
original
area.
casting.
It doesn't actually define area, though, right?
No,
It's
wait,
a
That's
it's a
fine.
10-foot radius and a mobile dome. So 10-foot radius, which is
Oh, you have to be
that
10
would be
feet.
four. That'd
Yeah.
be
20-foot
four.
diameter.
Well, 10-foot radius is 20-foot diameter. So that's gonna be fucking
Yep.
math. 8 squares wide.
Yeah, so we'll just bunch up. If we have to
Oh.
like fall back 10 feet.
I
we
know.
can.
I think it's 4 squares
Four
wide.
squares wide.
4
Yeah.
squares
Oh,
wide.
that's wide.
I
It's
don't
4
know
squares
why
wide.
math just escaped my ability right there.
Yeah, it's 4 squares wide. Yeah, that's fine. So you guys are all within it here. So
All right, so this will be where it is then.
Yep.
All right.
Also, I activate my. I slam my fists together and activate my force field.
I'll be like, Kiana, it's up right here.
All right, I'm
Or
standing
Kiana,
in it.
sorry, I say your name wrong all the time. Even in the group A, when I.
Quino. Quinoa.
It's quinoa.
You can
Thank
call
Yeah,
you can call me Quino. That's pretty. That's
Quino.
close enough.
Okay, Kisho.
All right.
Kishi, yeah,
Quizno.
Okay.
Hero Kino.
All right.
Yeah.
So you are gonna have to be in here when it's cast. Which so Miracle does go ahead and
Queso.
cast this, and everyone's here now. If you want to, you can start running the door to try to figure this thing out.
I absolutely do.
Okay.
I'm
so
trying to
Pyramid
take a
goes
short
run.
rest while this is all
Is-
happening and
Is
get some
anybody
hit
gonna
points
help?
back.
Is anybody gonna help Pyramid because it does have 14 different like keyholes.
I'll
It's not something he
suggest
can
to
do a single check on.
Doris might want to go help him. I can handle this.
Also, I want to send Bimmy out on a scouting mission around the hall. Around the
I
corner,
wouldn't do
see what
that.
he sees.
Erastus, if you're not, I'll just go and give him advantage. If you
Okay.
insist
Oh,
on staying
do
here,
you have
I'm gonna go help.
proficiency well, yeah, I should probably keep the Iron Curtain up
Well, I don't have proficiency. Do you need proficiency to help?
with
You
these
do
tools.
need.
I
Yeah, you do need proficiency. Yeah.
I do not then.
Yeah,
It's-
Erasmus, if you want to help, you would be the only one that can really help him in this case. But
Okay,
that
I'm
would
gonna
stay
flip.
here.
I'm gonna flip out the multi-tool as I do it. Then.
Yep.
Turn it into a set of thieves tools, and I'll go to work.
Okay.
All right, Kino, you can take my spot as the second line of defense.
I'll keep it warm for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you'll see what brother does. So, yeah.
22.
Okay. So before we get into the 22, unfortunately, so there's 14, and if you imagine how they work, and I'll show you here too. Well, let's call them 1 to 7, and basically, so 1 would be over in this direction, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Can we just
So
assume
each
Theo
door-
is constantly giving him guidance?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Each door has 7 of these keyholes. They all have diamonds over them. And which one out of 1 through 7 on the left door, which one would you like to try first?
7.
Okay. All right. So, so you go ahead and try to get it open. You are able to with that check, you said 22, right?
24 with the added 2.
24, yep. You are able to unlock this pretty easily. The diamond glows and fires a beam at you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Which you have resistance. You get to add. Let me roll a
Yep.
d4 for
Yep.
your resistance.
Yep.
So it's another 2 added to it.
23.
23? All right, awesome. So you do take half damage. It sears you though. This thing like cuts into you and you take 7 points of damage. So half of that. So you take
4.
yeah. Yep. So but
Can't-
you were able to unlock. It does seem like it unlocked. Yeah.
Alright,
That gotta
Jordan,
hurt,
Jordan.
but I
Yeah,
think
so
we keep going.
as he's doing that, brother, you hear the familiar sound. All the ghosts start to materialize and start rushing up here. So, for instance, let me get these going, as it will probably matter.
Does anyone have any flour?
All right.
Yeah, I've got a bunch spare.
It
Oh,
only
cool.
works as a distraction.
Yeah.
It does some fire damage.
No,
No, it
I looked
doesn't.
at it. I looked at it, and I was gonna go through and roll it. It actually doesn't do damage. Like I actually looked at what the flower actually does. It has to be in like I'll talk to you about it later. I'll show you what I mean. But it blows up and burns out like super quickly. You have to
Yeah,
be in a
yeah.
controlled place with a bunch of flour with like everything in the thing for it to actually explode and stuff. But it would like, flame up and like cause a distraction. But
It was the only thing I could think of that
Yeah.
might be in a peasant village. I
so
tried my best.
yeah, so there are brother. There's like an insane amount of ghosts in this thing coming at you, but they're all going through. They're starting to climb up here. We don't necessarily have to get an initiative order yet. Brother, tell me what you want to do first.
I'm going to stand at the top of the stairwell,
Yep.
present my shield, lower my robes down a bit so my holy symbol's out, and say a quick prayer for strength. And I'm gonna wait till they get within range, and then I'm gonna fire off Turn Undead.
Yeah. So you guys, so this will. And by the way, brother, how long does that last for?
Double checking on length. Let's see here. I love it when it jumbles it across the divine domain.
Fine, Keely.
I what?
Did you
'Cause
stop?
This will definitely start to get chaotic because brothers.
Yeah, it's gonna
literally,
start to get chaotic. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because
trying to.
brother's literally going down with his shield, screaming at these ghosts while it's going through, and he's got a 10-foot opening, so he is trying his best to make sure that all of them go through, and he has to kind of push them back. And if this breaks, you guys can see the ghost behind it too. I mean, we'll go through in combat, but it's way more than is on the board. It's pretty much a death sentence. It's so many ghosts that there's literally probably hundreds. So this is a bad representation of what's going on right now. There's a lot of them.
It's 1 minute.
Okay. All right. So as we do that, so Paraffin, you've got a couple. Hopefully you're doing things right, and you've got a couple different things to go through. So each one of these takes around, I'll say, like 3 to 4 seconds. So it doesn't take a full round, but it's going to be cutting it close. And if you fail one, obviously, it is what it is. But so you guys can start doing that. Is there anything you want to try to do with the door, or do you want to just keep unlocking?
We can't open the door yet, can we? Even though.
No, it does. It's still locked. You don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Pan, you don't have knock still, do you?
I do.
Yep.
I look into the camera.
I can see it. I can see it happening.
Yep.
Do you want me
All
to
right.
cast it?
This is, remember, this is a chaotic situation. You see this too, Pandemonium. Like you see that you're about to basically all die. Like this is a bad situation.
Please cast it.
Okay, I'm going to attempt
Working
to
on a
cast
time
knock on
limit.
the door.
Okay, so Pan runs up to the door. She casts knock. It does open. So I assume that Piravin and Erasmus, you're still at the door as well.
Yeah.
All right.
And remember,
awesome.
I have once it opens, I have a passive perception of 18, and a passive
Right. So
investigation of 21.
It does open. So she casts knock. You guys hear a huge like bell, like metallic sound go off. It's deafening in your ears as she hits this. The door actually, it does seem like it unlocks. Every single gem fires at once. The red line that goes down through the door also in this case sends out what looks like basically this large like scythe that goes through. So Pandemonium, first make a dexterity saving throw, and then Piravin and Erasmus, you guys are gonna have to make a dexterity saving throw, and this is interesting. We'll see what happens. But first you, Pandemonium, make your save.
That's a 9.
Oh no.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's definitely not
it's
fine.
nice playing with you
All
guys.
right. All right. So, shit. Hold on. That's not right. Don't worry about that. That wasn't a 90. Hold on one second. Yeah.
Oh,
I rolled a
cool.
I rolled
It's
I rolled a
still going
12.
to be it's still going to be bad. Okay. You fail too. Pirvin, what'd you get?
16.
What's your HP? Pandemonium?
My max is 40. I'm at 38 right now. You don't knock me immediately into death, but I am
Okay.
unconscious.
You guys see the Sith literally cut into Pandemonium and lay her out on the ground. She is bleeding. Now you guys, so we both failed. Pirvin, what'd you get as well?
16.
That still fails. Okay, so Pirvin, just under. So first we'll do the 6 on this side. So hold on.
Are we in a initiative order right now? Would I be able to get?
Oh, you will after this happens. So you
Okay.
take 38 points of damage. Erasus, you take all 7. These are all the gems firing at you at the same time, by the way. They're all lasers pointing at you. You take 42 points of damage. Are you guys
I think
both
I
up?
had that.
No,
Yeah.
I'm down.
Oh yeah. I'm fine.
You're down. Pirvin's down too.
Yeah.
All right. So you see that all these lasers start cutting through Pirvin's chest, completely like brings him down. Oh, what was your HP, by the way? What's your total HP?
My current is 34. My max is
Okay,
38.
you're fine. You're fine. Yeah. So you have 2 bleeding out people. The door is now wide open, though. It has
I'm
come in.
barely below half.
Yep. All right,
I
so Gretna, so now we
Yep.
can go through it. You see this happen all at once. Pandemonium gets almost cut in 2. She's like bleeding horribly on the floor. Pirvin also goes down immediately.
There
You
goes
got
my
any
short
preserved
rest.
life left?
Yeah.
You got any preserved life left?
I'm bolting
I
out
did
of.
my preserve
Brother,
life on
yeah,
myself, but I've got prayer
brother is
failing.
frantically trying to keep these ghosts back. They're almost slipping through. So
Okay, I just like look out and cast prayer failing.
Takes
If
10
I
minutes to
can. I
cast.
don't know if there's initiative or anything.
It takes 10 minutes.
Yeah,
to
I'm
cast
just gonna
efficiently.
scream out for
yeah, I was
everyone to
gonna
get
say
through the door.
prayer
Oh,
healing
well,
takes
then I
10
don't cast prayer
minutes.
healing. I run
that would
out
kill them.
and
Yep.
whatchamacallit, spare the dying them.
Okay.
2
And I
points
will-
of healing to Pan, 2 points of healing to Erasus, 1 point of healing to Pirvin.
Okay.
And they're up.
Okay.
Only
All right.
2.
As you're doing this, you're helping them up, I assume, as
I
well.
have 5 left.
I will pick
Poor
up. I will
fucking
pick up
brother, because
Pan.
this is exactly what happened last time. So you guys are frantically running through. Brother's still over here. We'll do some checks, brother,
Yeah,
to
I'm
make
gonna.
sure you get it out. Yeah.
Yeah, because I still have one more cast of it if I need to.
Okay. Cool. All right. So you guys start running through.
Oh god.
You can get in here.
I scoop Pan up and I'm running her through the door.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm gonna slowly start backing my way to the door, hearing the
Yeah,
movement
yeah.
behind me.
Yep. All right. All right, so this is what ends up happening. So it's relatively okay, brother, when you're coming through. The problem though is that as you start backing up, it gets harder and harder and harder to get these ghosts like to go through and not overwhelm you. You get to about here.
Chris, can
Go
I do
ahead.
something to help? Possibly do something to help.
Yeah. I mean, you can do. Yeah.
And
So
I'll
as
scream for him to stay inside.
Well, as he's running inside,
Go ahead.
did I see brother attack any of the ghosts?
No, he's not attacking any of them.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
holding this. I'm basically holding what's keeping them off me.
Exactly. Like if brother, that's exactly right. If brother were to attack them, as a matter of fact, he'd be overrun and killed. Like so,
Yeah.
brother is essentially making sure that they cannot overwhelm you. And the problem is that because it's a 10, if it was a 5-foot hallway, this would be easy, but it's not. So brother has to keep maneuvering himself to make sure the ghosts aren't going through. So brother, as you get to this point, just do me a huge favor and make a perception check.
Miracle
as
ran
much-
in too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miracle said she ran in. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to see if any of them can actually get.
Oh,
get
that's a
Fuck
nat one
me.
perception.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Since it's
Is
a
it-
check, it's a 7.
Okay, so at this point, you guys are there. At this point, ghosts do start to slip past you, brother. It doesn't mean so. So. Let me explain what it looks like right now. So this is where you are, and this is how it's going through. All
Well, I
you
don't
have to do at this point, yeah, you still have the thing on, so it's not like it's the end of the world, but let me explain to you what happens. So you might have to push some back into the room to get out, is what the consequence might end up being. But,
Yeah.
But here, so this one here and this one here, there are hundreds behind this. This is what ends up happening. You miss it just right here. They haven't got to the point where they've surrounded you or anything. So now you're backing them up and going through it. As you start pushing them, and as they go through, one of them does go ahead and get through as it gets to here. And we don't even have to get into combat. It's just going to reach out to Piraven on its way going through. Let's see if it can hit you though, Piraven. The ghost is trying to grasp onto you right now. And it misses, thankfully, because that would have been fucking bad for you, Pierre. So as you guys reach the threshold, just like it did again, the door slams shut. You remember this. You actually remember this. So you're gonna get advantage on this, but making a dexterity saving throw. The door's trying to crush you. The last person that goes in, but make a dex saving throw with advantage, brother.
Can I
To-
give him? Okay, never mind. I was gonna say.
I
could
mean,
give
you
him-
were watching it. You
I
were
would have
watching
given
it,
him
so
bardic inspiration if I could have.
That's fine.
And
Yeah,
I
you
would
can
give him
bardic inspiration.
resistance through Mage Hand.
Yep.
All right. So what is the inspiration?
Yes. D6 roll.
It's a saving throw, right? It's a D8.
And you got. I
Oh,
rolled
yeah,
a
higher
D4.
levels.
You get to add 2 to it as well.
Oh, this is so sad. This is the look. This is, I forgot to take them out, but that's the original group right there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this where
Immortalized.
Is this where you died?
This is the last. I'll just say that this is the last room that they were in. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
gosh.
gosh.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Good
you're back
times.
again.
Amora.
Erastus just sees
Yes.
the
Yeah,
ghost of
Mora,
Henri
yeah.
and Kill Bill sirens go off.
So
You
as
fucking
brother
thief.
as brother hits the threshold here, these doors try to crush him. What'd you get, brother?
16 plus 7 is
23.
23.
Yeah, so you don't have to take damage or anything. They do go through. The door slams shut. The ghosts can no longer enter, and you guys are in this room.
Brother,
now.
by the
we
way,
see-
you currently have 11 temporary hit points.
Now, as this room goes through, another new thing that happened. You guys like you can feel the heat of it too, but something from far off into the distance on this side over here, somewhere over here, it's like an explosion of white radiant heat, and it just fills this entire corridor. You actually see the white radiant heat thing escaping through here. This did not happen last time. It is insanely loud, as if a bomb went off.
Knock.
Who did anyone else hear that?
Did somebody else cast knock?
How could you not?
Yeah. It's and there's like white light that's permeating through this, as if like a massive explosion happened behind you.
Piraven, where are we right now? Out of curiosity.
You tell me this is the first time I've been here.
No, look at me.
What's the name
I'm
of where
looking.
we are? He's
What? Yes. What's the
Oh.
name of the structure we're in right now?
Oh, that's the Tomb of Horrors.
Yeah, the Tomb of Horrors.
Erastus,
What?
shut your mouth.
Erastus.
I
Aquino
would've
was
said it
asking it
before he
as
said it.
kind of a way to test and see if this was the real Piraven.
Okay,
Uh,
listen. I can see you
I
guys
can
don't
help.
believe me.
I can help.
I know a way to prove that I am the real Piraven.
Okay.
I do too.
Aside from you knowing, Kino, everyone else in the group would know this, that I tried taking an ever so amazing nap with her, and we all ended up.
This
What?
is news to me.
This is also news to me. What did
Yeah,
you
they-
guys-
Yeah, no, that was
slept
the bed.
together.
The first thing we did.
I was
You
not
guys
here
seem
for that.
very-
The
You
first
guys
thing we
seem
did
very
is we all
different.
slept together.
No, me
You have a
and
very
Puritan
different
ended up
dynamic
in
than
a
our
bed
group.
roll.
We're a lot closer.
Like, it
Puritan
makes
ended
sense
up
you
in
have a
bed roll.
bard.
A lot.
Henri would be down for a cuddle pile.
Ooh, Henri, high five.
But actually, hold on. I know a question. Hold on. Freaking.
Me too. Do
What
you
is
remember
the
what my
name of
father?
the sword?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he
How-
remembers.
Puritan. How did we meet?
I saved you on top of the mountain. That's a dumb question.
Okay.
Should we
it's
take a nap? Do you want to like take a long rest here?
I'd love to take a long rest. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
We can talk a few things out.
Mhm.
Brother, welcome
And
back.
rest, because I'm like kind of dead. Yeah.
Yeah, we cut a lot of things short back there, so we can really get to know each other a little bit more.
Yep.
Want to.
Answer any questions.
Kino and
Now,
brother,
the ice still there?
this does look exact. I was about to explain. This does look similar to. Interesting. The floor went away. This does look similar to what you guys saw last time, in the sense that there is a throne here, and there's a crown and a scepter.
No one touched those.
There is a pile of smoldering bodies with a pylon with a magnificently large diamond. That's or looks like a diamond or whatever, glowing with radiant energy. The columns themselves, however, are brightly colored and painted, just like the frescoes in the other room, where they all show scenes of meadows and benevolent gods and other things. From the ones you've
That was a
seen,
different campaign.
they all look like that. So the columns are definitely different. However, the thing that's most notably different is, if you remember, this device here looked like it was broken and there was like all kinds of things going on. It looks completely and utterly inert, as if it's just a stone structure with nothing going on this side. Outside of that, the only other thing that does look like it's different is but similar, is that this room is open. If you remembered last time, you guys had to like open this up. This was a secret passage. It's just sitting there, like open to the world, essentially going through there. So yeah, and you'll have to see if there's any other differences. But yeah,
Can Erastus see the scepter and crown?
yeah, of
No.
course. Yep.
You guys see him get all wide-eyed again?
Yeah, they
Nope.
look beautiful. As a matter of fact, the crown looks like it's worth somewhere between 10,000, 20,000 gold pieces, if you had to guess. It looks really nice. The scepter
Oh,
itself is
no.
a golden scepter with a gold handle and a silver handle on each side. Yeah, if you do you start walking towards it, Erasmus?
I turn to Theo and just go, if he touches those, he dies. Like, it's not, he just dies.
Erasmus, if you touch
what?
those, you will die outright, and there's nothing we can do to save you.
I
so
got it.
please
I'll be right back, everybody.
How? Wait, what? No, I wasn't. I was just gonna look at it.
If
with
you
my
even look at
eyes.
it, you're compelled to put it on your head. That's what our rogue did. Our rogue's no longer with our party. He didn't die. That was misleading. He didn't die. He's
See?
in Luskin.
It took
But-
a divine intervention to be able to save it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I won't look at it.
Yes,
Look
trust
at it
us.
from-
King of the
Yeah.
turtles.
But
I'm
Kino,
a
you
bot.
owe me a crown.
Sure.
Not
Actually,
a fancy crown, but
oh
a
wait,
crown.
you don't have the bag of holding, brother, right?
Nope.
There's a Chardolin crown in there.
No, there's not. We didn't take that.
Yeah, we did. I'd put it in the
No,
bag
we
of holding.
didn't.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
we did.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Sure about that? Because I'm pretty sure we didn't.
I put in the bag of holding, and I
On the
typed it in.
low. On the low.
Yeah, like both me and Abel said that would be a bad idea.
Yeah,
I-
that's
I-
true.
I picked
You
it up
sh-
with Mage Hand.
You sure
While
did.
we were
and
cutting
did
off the
it-
head.
We did it anyways.
They did it anyways. God damn it.
I left it up to Ibram at that point because I was helping him cut off the head. Whatever was on the head is his business.
Well, how would you know to put in the bag of holding when you don't know who has it?
Well, I'm saying he did it, but I
He
did
doesn't
not
know
touch
who has
it.
it either.
Ibram, did you not put it in the bag of holding?
I don't know who had the bag of holding. I thought you did it. With a
Oh,
mage hand.
God.
As I said, it's not in the bag of holding.
Yeah, we can. We'll deal with that in the next game, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's group
I
stuff.
out of character, I thought brother had it. So
Okay.
If Grant has it, it's even easier. to
if
get
Henri
that
has
way.
it, it's super easy to get past
Yeah.
Henri.
Anyways, yeah, Henri's like only half sure she's there sometimes.
So, anyway,
Long rest.
well, how about we get another one of those domes up as a ritual miracle?
Okay. I guess I can ritual again.
What is the
And
component cost for the dome, though? There's a component.
Let me check.
whatever it is, I'll cover it.
A small crystal bead that is not consumed.
Okay, as long as it's not consumed, that's fine. Yep.
Yeah, and it doesn't have a price, which so
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep. Yeah,
Would
that's
it
fine
be
then.
in the
That's fine.
pouch? Component pouch?
Yeah, yeah, you would have it in
Yeah, I was
component
gonna
couch.
say
Yep.
it said anything that doesn't have a price, so
Right. Yep. Yep.
And I
Okay,
know there's
so
some.
The Macmorn stealth is so high, no one has seen me all night.
hey Gretna, can you
Yeah?
read the message I sent you?
What? I'm sorry, what?
I sent you a message.
Oh.
You don't have to say it out loud. Oh, she's surprised.
And
now, as you guys are talking, going through this, the same weirdness starts to happen as well, where basically the lights start to change and then they go out. So now it's completely
The
dark.
casting.
Everyone with dark vision can essentially, like, you can see this, but yeah, it's weird. It's strange. Like all the lights go out. Yeah.
by the way,
But
no
Tiny
one
Hut
touched
goes
the
up.
pillars.
Yep.
No one touched the pillars in here. They're bad news. Mina knows.
Yeah.
Also, try not to cast any spells. It hurts the atmosphere in here.
Yes. Healing especially.
Oh.
Wait, so you just told me to freaking ritual cast a spell.
Yeah, no, you did. You did. It goes off, but that's what happened when you do
Oh,
it. Yeah.
that's why the light went down or went out.
Maybe, who knows? But yeah, that's what
Okay,
they're saying.
Oh well, inside the tent I can make it brighter.
Yep. Yep.
It might be worth mentioning now the final passages of the not so hopeful riddle we got. You find false, you find true, and into the calm fall you'll come, and there at the throne is that's key and keyed. The Iron Men of Visage Grim do more than meets the viewer's eye. You're left and found my tomb. Now your souls will die.
That's
so
right.
we're almost done at Erasmus.
Just lying to us the whole time, and he's just like playing us, and he's just like
think
kind of
we'd-
telling us that like half truths. That would be really funny
Yes.
in a awful kind of way.
Awful humor. For sure.
You guys do hear, so as you guys are talking through this, and when the lights go out, after a couple minutes pass, you do hear a booming voice. It's the same voice from the very beginning, and he says, "Welcome to your very end. This is just the beginning."
No.
He laughs just like you heard the laugh before, and he says, "Now the fun really, really begins. Welcome to the beginning of your ends." And it goes off as if it's almost like a recorded message.
This guy.
He can kiss my end.
It's going to turn us into a human centipede.
Oh, it's a great recording.
Now, even though
Yeah.
the lights are off, you guys can see there is a really bright light over here. That crystal still like lit, like it's basically lit up and very bright on this side.
Chris, if I look at it, do I see the same thing?
Okay, I gotta use the restroom.
Yes, and if you you don't have to mention this, but you are the one who did the Arcana check on it, I believe, and it is it is a wish spell.
Yep.
The gem allows you to, once activated, do some kind of like wish or something. There's probably more to it, but wish is definitely a piece of that component.
Yeah. I say nothing about it.
Yep,
And I just
okay.
turn towards the group and I say, there was some unanswered questions we had before that we kind of had to drop.
There's a lot of things going on here.
Well, Gretna, I will be happy to answer any questions you have. I hope the information that Brother has brought to the surface changes nothing. And I want
Yes,
to...
she will be happy to answer all of your questions and half truths.
Okay.
Oh god.
Ask away.
It's a very complicated relationship. We're friends.
You keep telling yourself that.
See,
And I smile.
engaged, but she is absolutely sitting in the corner, like watching, observing, if you will.
I think
See
they're
ya.
married.
I kept
Funny you
asking
mentioned
about
that.
Don't, no, brother. I
It's
say
canon.
no.
Just
No,
go
it's
with
not. It's not canon. Where's my ring, brother?
I knew it.
You know,
Erasmus could just make you one, you know.
Don't.
it. Oh,
Speaking
that's
of which,
right.
do you have the
isn't he-
bracelet? Do you have the bracelet, Erasmus?
Does he have the what?
The bracelet.
Friendship bracelet?
He didn't start to make it yet because he had to fix Bemi, but you could ask him as we're resting to make it.
Yeah, and I'll walk over to Theo and I go, Theo, I'm here to help everyone. I don't think my faith should really play that much of a role. Uh, it doesn't matter where I get the powers from; it's how I use them,
Tell that to the
and I'm
boatload
using it.
paladins.
I
Oh,
kind of disagree with that. I mean, like, don't you think your god will be a little mad at you for using his evil powers for good?
Well, her evil powers,
Her evil powers for good.
and
I'm still a new cleric. It's
actually, no, she's actually told me herself that I'm doing a wonderful job. I am maybe one of the only people, if not the only person, you know,
Oh, have you told them about your ambitions for the Cult of the Dragon too?
I'm trying to
okay.
lead them away from necromancy,
She wants
because
to rebrand them. It's a fantastic business plan.
because I want to get them away from raising dragons from the dead, because that's, you know,
Let's have some issues. You need to
Yeah.
work through.
See,
I am also.
Have you told them about your father yet?
I don't know who my father is, brother.
Exactly.
Is your life just dedicated like shitting on Kino?
Yes,
No, I'm just here to keep her in the balance.
he's just here to mock me and downplay every achievement I do.
I'm terribly amused by the entire situation. It's just a back and forth ping pong match.
But know
I
about your adopted father.
I don't know you from a hole in the wall, Mister. But ever since
That's okay.
Kino's
I don't
got
know
here,
you either.
okay, well let's keep it that way. But ever since Kino's got here, she just helps us, and she saves us, and she's basically the best person that's shown up for us. The last one disappeared, and the one before that stole our shit.
Well, she technically stole your shit too.
I bought it.
Yeah, about that. Never mind.
Oh, did you tell them you? Oh, Chris, did I know what she did in the last game yet, or is that?
Oh yeah, no, you do. Oh well. Oh
Yeah, about the
Erastus for
chain
the
devil?
last time.
no. You
Wait,
you
what
do
did
have
I
the
do?
information from the
Hold
last
on.
game.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You do. Yeah.
I was like, oh, we do thank you for that book. She summoned a chain devil and set it loose in a Duragar stronghold, and now
Inside
it's
of
doing
an
a.
evil Duragar fortress.
That's now doing a
Okay.
blood ritual throughout the entire thing, full of
Evil
bodies, blood,
fortress.
gore, and blood magic.
Because he's trying to get home.
Because she
Because
lost
he's
control
trying
of
to
it.
get home.
Look, for
I never
us,
wanted control of it.
From a
Mer-
side note, by the way, Seal, your Suedo dragon is like terrified because there's no light, so it's now like on you, and it just wants to
Wait.
basically like it wants you to get to a place where there's more light. It just doesn't like being in the dark.
Wait,
Yeah,
if
it's
we're
okay,
in the
it's
tiny
okay.
hut, then I made the hut brighter, so there is light.
The hut
Oh, I'm
would have.
sorry.
I thought the hut was outside the door. Yeah, you cast the hut before I did knock.
You
The
did it
door wasn't
again,
open.
though.
Yeah, they did it again.
Oh,
She
again.
did it again. She
Yeah.
did another one. No, she is right, by the way. So if as long as you're within the tiny hut, yeah, that is correct. It's fine. It's fine.
But
Kino, we like
Kino,
you.
Okay,
I
Miracle's
like all
gonna-
of you too. I hope none of this changes. Because, yes, I am a paladin of Tiamat, but I am here to help Dragonkind.
I don't know what a Tiamat is, but you seem a good cut off the old block.
Kino,
I-
you also see in the frescoes, in all of the frescoes, now that you've been talking enough and glancing over them every now and then, on the top of the frescoes, every single one of them, you see a painting that you are clear. They're always a little bit different. Piraven, you'll notice this once Kino notices this. But all of them have Luxis in them in some way. Like he's like hidden, but he's in every single one of these paintings, on all the columns.
I look up, see it, and I turn back, and
Piraven,
Would-
you notice this as well, obviously. No.
Erastus,
Yeah, huh?
I sit down on the ground next to him. So Tiamat, and I'm just going to project an image of what Tiamat looks like into his mind.
That's scary.
But she's giving me a portion of her magical powers to use as I see fit within some boundaries. But for the most part, I go on quests and I help people like you. And I try and do what I see fit, and what I see fit is helping you all. I'm not here to spread evil. I'm not here to kill people in their sleep or, all of that. I am merely here to help Dragonkind. And, if I can help my friends out and, maybe maybe down the line, when Brother says it's a goal of mine to rebrand the Cult of the Dragon, that's a huge what if. I'm not even affiliated with them right now.
I've never seen a dragon, but if they make people like you, they can't be too bad.
Thank you. And like, yeah, there's some dragons that are greedy. There's some dragons that are very selfish, but like, does that mean that they should die because they're greedy? No.
Think I get.
And I just look at CO.
Do we? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Because we've been greedy, and I don't want anyone here to die.
Look.
And Gretna.
Oh yeah, me. What?
You guys also notice the Pyravin's, looking over all the columns as well.
Don't touch
Now
any.
that he's notices, yeah.
He's
in the tiny hut, but
Look, if Tiamat wants you to be cursed again, she'll curse you again, and this time I'm not removing it.
But
I'm thinking that maybe maybe I did something good, but I'm not so sure now. That's all. And I go, I just get up and I walk and I sit next to Miracle and I go, so you met the cute guy before?
Well, you saved all of my friends, because what happens when I walk into a city or a town or anywhere civilized with a seal of Tiamat branded on all of my armor and shield is that I get killed on sight, and all of my friends would also either get imprisoned or killed on sight as well. So you're not only helping me, you're helping all of my friends by breaking that curse.
When I would travel on the Sword Coast, I just wanted to make toys for people, and they saw me and they thought I was a monster and ran me out of town too. So I get that.
It's a shitty feeling, and it's one I hope less people have to encounter.
You never even get a chance.
And I look at CO.
Yes.
So I'm choosing to give you a chance.
I wasn't lying when I said I gave gold to the kids of Luskan.
You also gave them a couple thousand ball bearings, some matches, and a few tinder boxes, and they burned down the city.
I gave
them
to
talk less.
Well, my orphans almost burned down half the city for less, so I can't really.
It was 200 gold pieces, by the way, that I gave them to split amongst themselves.
Chris, I sent you a message.
Kill each other over it.
Sorry, what was that?
I said I sent you a message.
Chris, on the stream, I can see you in D&D Beyond.
Oh, thanks. I don't know why that does that.
I don't see it in Discord, but I see it in the stream.
CO, can I telepathically talk to you?
Yeah, I think I know why. Cool, thank you.
No, of course.
Yeah, it should be back. Yep.
Yeah.
For what it's worth,
Is that is that something I can do without you messaging me first? Now that my name's in your book.
No, it's like sending. So I have to message you. You can respond, and as long as we keep the back and forth, then you can. But from my understanding, I have to initiate because it's essentially sending, but unlimited from. CO will she's okay with saying this out loud, but for what it's worth, I understand why you would want to keep something like that private, and I respect that decision, but you can trust us.
I do trust.
I get that I know, but I feel as though that's something. I understand with your own companions you've been forthcoming, but there are things you don't have to tell us, but I just want to assure you can tell us.
Very judgmental.
No, and like Erasmus, I know what it's like to carry a chip on your shoulder like that. I haven't been run out of cities for being a tiefling, but I have carried that burden for a long time, so I know what it's like to have a judgmental stare and incorrect. Sorry, my dog's yelling.
It's 9:30. The sprinklers are going off. I'll get him. You keep going.
But I know what it's like to deal with judgment like that, so I don't blame you for keeping that secret, and I don't blame you for not being forthcoming with that information, but you can be honest with us. I can promise you that. Your secrets are safe with us.
I remove my halo as I sort of walk over to Co and I say, she gave me these eyes after I left the tomb, or right at the end of my time in the tomb, as sort of a boon for me being a devout follower. And this is probably the part where Brother says, "Oh, but there was a boatload of paladins that all massacred each other that you were on. I only killed one because he raised a sword to me because he saw my holy symbol. The rest all killed themselves because they all turned on each other."
Because she incited it. But no, I
How
was
did she
actually going
incite it?
to show baby pictures, but that's fine. Please continue.
How,
I exposed the navigator for being a drunk and a fraud and terrible at his job. And it's a long story, but basically, you ended up with a boatload of people like Brother thinking that their actions and motives are justified and that the other people's are not, and they deserve death and they're infidels.
Yep.
And
And as you guys are talking within the tiny hut, by the way, you do see that they didn't. They're not spirits, so that's the only thing I can get that's glowing. So from somewhere, maybe a crack in the wall, maybe holes, maybe something else. Slowly but surely, all of these jellyfish-like creatures start to wander into the room. There are lots and lots and lots of them. They start to glow. Most of them are glowing a soft green color. I'm going to show you what they actually look like in a second, though. I just need to place them so that. But
how
they've
long have
just.
we been? Has there been time for a short rest while we've been doing this?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet, but you can take a short rest.
oh
I've
shit!
been trying.
I will
Yeah.
just say to Kino that
However, this is what they look like. Yep. Go ahead.
I
Go. You can say.
I do not know a lot that is important, but I think the world would be a nicer place if everyone just tried to see things from each other's point of view. And
Yes.
I'm going to try and see things from yours.
Yes, I appreciate that. And the dragons that I released from this evil book were the only thing standing against Asarak's army. I saw chromatics fighting alongside metallics, and they were defending themselves and their own kind against hordes and hordes of the undead. So
That we
when
may
you
or may
think
not have caused.
that we were trying to do the right thing and accidentally caused because this tomb is a plague.
I don't know.
For that, I will agree.
I don't know about dragons or what they do or what they are or what a chromatic or metallic is, but I appreciate you and I like you. So you
Thank you.
are you get a pass in my book.
And so does Henri, right?
Sky
Don't-
lady.
Don't push it, Kino. Don't.
Okay.
Don't push
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
brother.
on the stream, by the way, this is what they actually look like.
Oh, I gotta
Okay.
get the Twitch
They're
up.
cute.
Well done.
It's the flying spaghetti monster.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I
they
know what
all
it is.
look like this. So
Is it a flump? I'm gonna guess it's a flump before it comes
so
up.
Oh,
It
shit.
fucking
So-
nailed it.
yeah. So that's what all of them look like.
My Twitch ain't showing.
Yeah. They're all over the place. They're glowing in greens right now. But
Are we friends?
Can I
they're just
can I make-
floating. They're just floating around.
Brother, what who do you worship? Who do you follow?
Oh, Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon. His
Another
counterpart.
dragon.
That is why. I see.
Originally,
Drag-
I was a cleric of Gan, but in this tomb, I was called to service by Bahamut.
After I made my presence of being a worshiper of Tiamat known.
So did
Actually,
you,
no, that was actually not true.
Did you release his dragon out of your book?
Interesting.
Actually, he did that.
Yes, I had to release the other good dragons because she wouldn't.
I had to make my way through the giant book.
I
Our conversation's short. I do enjoy getting to know all of you, but should we be concerned about those? And Co will just like point at one of the.
Chris,
Mir-
Chris, I rolled a
Miracle's
22
gonna
for
bring up
nature. Do I know what a
come
flump is?
through the
Yeah,
hut.
you
hut.
do. So if you rolled a 23, then you would know that these that you would vaguely understand that these creatures are from the Underdark, and you would remember that they are highly intelligent. But you don't have anything in your backstory, do you, that would have any reason why you've ever come across one of these, right?
Travel. I just travel a lot from
Wait,
Chult to the.
can I
Yeah. Have you ever been to the Underdark though? No, right?
No. And
Yeah.
Miracle's talking.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I try rolling history since I read a lot of books?
Yeah, you can try that. Once he explains to you what like, you would just tell them that you just remember that they're from the Underdark. You don't you know you've never actually seen one or whatever.
Might have been in a
They're
tavern
really
at some point.
intelligent. Yeah, they're really
Where someone
intelligent.
bragged
Someone
about
who
it.
talked about it. They might be telepathic, is what he tells you. Yeah.
21.
All right. You remember that these fit the description of things in the under. This is one of the few things in the Underdark that may not try to kill you. They do not necessarily seem like they're aggressive creatures, and they are intelligent, and might not even be evil creatures.
Where is Abram when you need him?
She'll bring that up to the others and also say they can't get through the hut anyways, so we're safe in here right now.
Can they see us?
Yes, they could see you.
I'm gonna wave. I'm gonna stand up and wave at one, and I'll let my helmet retract, and I'll smile at it and wave.
Wait, can they see us?
I believe so. I believe they can see inside the tiny hut, right?
No.
No, they can't.
No.
We can see out, but
interesting.
they can't see in.
Oh, what is
Yeah,
it? What
they
is it?
just see
I'm
that.
sorry. Then what does it look like to them? Sorry about
Opaque.
that. Then I'm wrong. It's
Opaque.
opaque. Okay. Is it like a glowing dome, or is it just an opaque dome?
1 second.
Make it red on the bottom and white on the top.
I actually
of the big
think it
fishing
sort of
lure,
like
just to
blends
bring 'em all
into
in.
the. It actually
Environment?
blends in. Yeah, it blends into the environment.
Yeah, that might be that makes sense. Okay. No, then they don't even know that you're out there, so no. Yep. I mean, they don't know that you're inside, so I'm wrong about that. Sorry, guys. They wouldn't see you then, no.
They look nice. I'm gonna go talk to them.
The
And no
dome-
magical effects pass through the dome, right?
Yeah, the dome is opaque
Erasmus.
from the outside of any color you choose, but it is transparent from the inside. So Miracle
Okay.
could have made it look like whatever she wanted when she made it.
Gotcha.
I'd make it look like what the around us looks like, and I
Okay.
will remind Erasmus that he can come in and out. So like if they start coming at him,
Yeah.
he can just come back in.
Yeah, they're just floating around. Yep.
If I step outside.
Wait, no, I'll stop you if you try. I will grapple you.
Yep.
What?
All right. What? Yeah.
I'm just gonna. You're just gonna hear me say sit.
Wait.
And make me a
Don't
wisdom saving
give
throw.
me commands.
As
Whoa,
I
let the
command
man
you to
go.
sit.
If he
I mean,
wants to go, he can go.
If you do want to get up, you can make a strength check.
I
You
rolled
can
a
just
6.
oppose.
I rolled
Okay.
a 6 on my wisdom
What'd you
saving
get?
throw.
You sit down.
Oh, actually, that was a check.
Yep. Oh, you're using command.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yep.
Alexa just did not like that.
Yep.
Yeah, so that would be an 11 on my wisdom save.
Yeah. So you failed.
Okay, I will just sit, but then I just immediately stand
Yeah.
up again.
I was gonna say after
Oh,
6
shit.
seconds you can.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
6
break it.
seconds.
Yep.
Why
Erasmus,
did
please
you
don't.
do? CO, he used a spell on me.
I did.
Yeah.
He's gonna leave. He's gonna walk out, Co. I'm trying to be peaceful.
I mean, he can just come back in.
Look nice.
You know, maybe I understand your motives, but Erasmus is someone you can just talk to.
I'm gonna
Erasmus,
bend.
I think he want to advise
Alright.
you again.
Are you gonna walk out,
or just-
Erasmus?
I'm gonna poke my finger at Kino and just say, "Thin ice, madam."
I'm resistant to cold damage.
I don't know what that means. But you're on it.
Actually, I'm not yet. I'm not anymore. I de-leveled.
Yep. So do you want to leave the hut?
Do the flumps look real?
Please don't leave the
They
hut.
do.
Erasmus.
They look real. Yeah.
Please,
Erasmus,
Erasmus.
I would give you advice that wasn't truthful. I think she genuinely does want to keep us safe, and she's proven that time and time again. So if you do decide to leave, please stay close to the hut, or consider not going out, just due to how many of them it looks like there are out there.
I reach in my pack and I pull out a tiny clockwork golden finch.
Yep.
And I hold it up.
Okay.
That's good move. That's a smart plan there, buddy.
Can I see that? Can I see that, please?
I don't know. Are you just gonna leave with it?
No, it's yours.
So why don't we sit and we can look at it together inside the hut while we take a rest, okay?
I will adamantly agree to that.
Okay. Yeah. So this is incredibly. So as you do that, very smart. As you do that,
Thank you.
as you do that, Erasmus, as you start tinkering with it, you realize that this is infinitely complex on the inside, way more complex than you expected. It can only sing, but it can be programmed to sing any song back to you. Once you get into it and activate it, which Kino didn't know how to do, you can sing any song you want, and it's going to try to mimic it within music box, and it's completely what it does is it actually has these little pins and this little hammer that is actually strong enough to actually poke in the little 10 on every single note, and it can do this many times before it breaks down, and it will actually try to sing back a song.
Can I get guidance from CO? I rolled a d4.
Yeah.
For it.
Yep.
I was assuming she would give me guidance.
Yep.
So that
I
that'd
will
be
provide you only guidance if you don't put a sea shanty into it.
you don't know that. So I rolled a 21 on my Tinkerer's tools. I want to
Yeah.
try to figure out if I can figure out how it works and put it into Bimmy.
Yeah, eventually you can. It's just you're going to need to study it for a while. It
Oh,
would take
yeah.
you days, but absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I am totally committed to this.
Yeah. But
Unless we get into combat or do something else, consider me out of the game.
okay. Yep.
Just
Yeah, but it is surprisingly complex on the inside, and these pieces are impossibly small. That are some of them. So that's the other thing you're trying to figure out if you can even fabricate something like that. But it's still very impressive.
And
It's
a
gonna take you
reminder,
days.
I still have the Steel Defender strapped to my back.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
you can play with it for tonight, Erasmus, but can I just have it back before you go to sleep?
Yeah.
You can have it back in the morning.
Yeah.
Miracle's gonna look to Kino and just be like, every time brother brought up a book, was it that book?
Which book?
The one you asked for from me.
No, it was this
Okay.
wonderfully ornate, 4-foot tall, 2-foot wide Electrum tome with metal pages that each told this wonderful fairy tale.
She
And
pulled it
when
out of
you
a
read
different
the-
dimension. It was rather impressive.
I did. It was hidden right in front of the room with the false lich.
Yep.
Okay.
And each time you read one of the stories, it releases a dragon that was trapped within a book.
Okay.
And
That's just
I read 23, and brother read 3, or something along those lines. It was a long time ago.
Alright. Just making sure. I was worried what you were doing with that book.
Oh no. Your book has been wonderful, and I've used it to help
Release the devil.
into an evil stronghold with evil Asmodeus worshipping Durgar. Now
She
I'm
didn't
the
even
red
flinch as
woman.
they screamed.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh,
By the way, Co, your Swader Dragon says that it wants to go out and play with the jellyfish.
Kiri, I'll say all of this telepathically.
Yeah.
I understand they are very, very pretty, and I would like to talk to them too, but I am worried that it might be dangerous, like a lot of other things in this tomb. But
Yeah.
let's look on our Demonomicon,
Yep.
and we can see if you could get hurt playing with them.
Okay.
We'll
He
work
says
from-
also I could. He said he's pretty sure that he could eat a jellyfish.
Ate a jellyfish.
He could
Do
eat
you
a
like
jellyfish. He's pretty sure he could eat one. Yep.
Do you like eating jellyfish, Kiri?
He actually tells you that one time he did actually eat something that looks like those, which is why he's very curious about them. And he said it was really good. It was delicious.
Let's see if maybe you have eaten one of those before.
Brother, do you have Z
So-
with you?
I was actually just gonna text you that, Chris.
Yeah, you do. Z would
Oh.
have to come with you in this case. Z would have to come. Yeah.
Ooh.
Come on, brother.
Do you
Everything's
trust them?
I trust them with my life.
I mean, you've robbed them twice.
Oh my gosh. Can you take your dragon out?
I mean, Henri also robbed them, to be fair, but
I'm
Do you
gonna
know how
say,
much
Hey.
this trip has cost me?
I gave Kino that book. He didn't rob me of it.
I didn't rob them. It was an accident. I'm planning on giving it back to them. Everybody hop off.
Really came close, also.
I'm on Henri's side here.
Incredibly close.
Incredibly
We were
close.
right there. We were
Yep.
right there to me giving it back.
No, and then boop.
Yep.
Come on, brother. Show the group. The best is yet to be seen.
I will telepathically ask the Duchess if she would like to come out.
She said she will, and brother. So if that's the case, you guys notice that brother can actually open up his chest, which you're kind of surprised about. And inside of his chest is a small, what looks like a prismatic dragon. I'll let brother describe her as well, but go ahead, brother. You can give her.
Yeah, she's about the size of a large cat, and the metallic scales are just sort of sheen between silvers, purples, golds, blues. They're just the full prismatic spectrum. Her wings are sort of shaped like butterfly wings. She's a little bit longer and shorter, and a little bit more, I'd say, streamlined than a pseudo dragon would be. And, no barb on the tail.
Yeah, your pseudo dragon immediately lights up, by the way, to Sio, and it starts asking you a bunch of questions about what that is, and how it's so tiny, and why it doesn't have a stinger, and all kinds of stuff.
And as she just sort of crawls up my shoulder, I'll just explain to her that she's the last of my kind.
Kiri, why don't you ask brother if you and his dragon can maybe play, and I'll look into the jellyfish for you. But I think he'll be able to answer your questions better because I don't know.
If you let the pseudo dragon play with Z, brother, or Z's, because Z would be fine with it, but it's going to be up to you because it's obviously got a big stinger on it. It's going to try to play with the dragon for sure.
Yeah, I'd be a little weary of it just as how Henri's reacted.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So it goes to fly over, and brother's like kind of, you can tell, Sio, that brother's very concerned about this thing, especially with the stinger. You can see that in brother's, yeah.
Kiri, why don't you approach them slowly? It might be intimidating for such a rare and brave pseudo dragon like yourself to approach someone like that. Why don't you reach out telepathically and try talking to them first? It might be a little intimidating.
Yeah, he does land, and brother, what's happening is that they're just talking back and forth, and I can give you some of that afterwards. But he doesn't he doesn't actually try to talk to you, but he does talk to your dragon, and he actually lands, and he gets down on all fours just like a cat, as if he's like trying to make himself like invisible, even though he can't. Like, there's nothing he can do to like basically hide. And then he's talking to the other the other dragon. You guys go through this. By the way, the jellyfish the flumps are actually going everywhere. They're just like basically like aimlessly floating around. After a little bit, you guys do notice some commotion in the back, and all the flumps literally scatter. I'm not going to take them out yet, but they literally like go off, and this giant floating snake starts to come in between the pillars and basically eat flumps until they are completely like they actually go back to where they were from. Eventually, this snake-like monster actually leaves, but it's pretty dramatic. That thing was super fast. It was like 40 feet like long, and it was pretty big. It was the size of like it was definitely it was like 6 feet around. So, and this was like a large floating snake-like creature, and they went through and ate a bunch of the flumps. But they left. So the room is now empty.
I'm gonna just.
Demonomicon.
I'm gonna try and sketch it.
So the Demonomicon, as you start looking through it, It does actually take you to pages of different demons, but as you're focusing on this flump, you're not able to like read anything about these. However, the Demonomicon's only reference to a flump at all and is in the Underdark section of it, and it basically all it actually tells you is that it is a useless creature of no value.
Oh,
I take that
that's
personally.
rude.
That's a huge
Yeah.
mood.
That's what that's what my dad called me.
Yeah, that's what's in
I'm
my
sorry,
This is the
Rock.
first
Wikipedia
time,
entry.
Sia, that you've started to understand that there are different sections within this book, but every time you open the book, it's like it's rearranged, so you're still getting the hang of it. It's hard to read this book. It's incredibly hard.
Okay. I will start looking for the snake thing. And
Yep.
if that does not prove fruitful, I'm going to try and subtly observe Pirvin. Is still worried about him.
Yep.
I was about to ask you about your book. Maybe I could try to help you with that.
No, I'm good.
It's like a
It's
good
good
idea.
practice for research, but I appreciate it.
I mean, okay. Well, I'm just looking up.
Pirvin, as she goes to close the book, by the way, what's your passive perception?
16.
Yeah, that's what I thought. As she does go to like close the book and reopen it, you actually notice one of the pages. You're not even sure if that she read it or not, but it had a whole section on the Ethereum, which is something that you know about and are shocked to see it in any book.
Okay, I'll
Yep.
just.
Yep.
Are you sure I can't help you? I mean, I mean, we're sitting in here.
Are you okay, Pierre? You've never really taken an interest in reading since we've met. Not to say you don't enjoy it yourself, but
Right. I
is
mean,
there
I understand I haven't been as personable as I should have been the first time I was here, but it's I'll just be honest with you. I seen something while you were flipping through your book, and I wanted to see if I can help you and get more information for the group and myself.
Is there something in particular you're looking for?
The word crosses my mind. It's like a theory, something. Ethereum.
Theo will cautiously look at Pierre, and she'll turn to face him
Yep.
because now they're having a conversation.
Yep.
But she doesn't want Pierre looking into the book, but she'll start searching for something that sounds similar to what he's looking for.
Yeah, and it's super hard as you go through that. If you're not focusing on like a demonic entity or something, you start to notice that you have no idea how to navigate this book and even get back to the page that you're on. And even that page might be different because you've now opened the book and tried to keep pages as well, and it seems to put you to random different things. The other thing that's interesting with your book, by the way, Sia, and you notice this, there seems to be a lot more information in this book than there are pages. It's some kind of magical effect that's going on. However, the book is just complicated, difficult, and yeah. So there's no you're so in that case, like you see her struggling with this too, Pyramid. She tries
Right.
for like 10-15 minutes to get to find something like this, and it's just not happening. You're not able to find a section.
I'm gonna
Okay.
give the bird back to Kino and then go to retreat into my shell. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
See you in
Yep.
the morning.
Yep.
I want that back in the morning.
Yes. Theo, do they have a chain devil in that book?
I can look for you.
I'll
Yeah.
describe it a little bit with the chains.
Yeah. So they do. So Theo, that's something that you can find pretty easily. So after around 10 minutes or so, you do actually find an entry on chain devils in particular. Let me take this picture out. Yep.
Did
As I'm
everyone
looking,
ask me here about that? Or
Yes, you would have heard it too, Pyramid.
sorry, Pierre. I can keep looking later, but it's kind of finicky with this book. It's easier to try and find something when I know the specific creature or maybe even a thing to look for. But
Okay, so you in general don't know anything about the Ethereum, though, correct?
Ethereum personally? No, I don't.
Yeah.
What is
All
it?
right.
Is it a place?
Couldn't
So
tell you.
Oh wait, Ethereum. I look up from the book at Pierre.
Yes.
What do you know about Ethereum?
Well, I'd have to. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I don't know anything about it. I wanna know.
okay, that's fair enough. I look back at the book and I'm holding my finger up to the book and I'm pretending to outline a sentence and I'm saying things in Infernal, and I'm just gonna say softly to Co, don't forget about our arrangement once everyone goes to sleep. Brother doesn't sleep, but he already knows, so it's okay.
I will.
Go ahead.
Does it seem like Pierre knows Infernal, like, or anyone else? Does anyone seem to like?
I mean, no one's made any reaction to this. Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm
Oh, I
also
do.
speaking
Shit.
softly.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I do.
No.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
Kino's
just make a performance check. Anyone who knows this, make a performance check to make sure that you're not obviously looking like you know it. Essentially,
Okay.
it's basically just a lie. But just do a performance check real quick, Miracle, to make sure your eyes didn't light up.
Regardless,
Oh
CO
god,
is.
You got a 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably would have noticed then, like if Miracle, because if this would have caught Miracle off guard, I assume. So, you could have probably noticed that Miracle knows Infernal.
Okay.
I'll wait a little bit until everyone is asleep.
Yeah, Sia will respond. She'll like look. She'll kind of play along and like point at something in the book, and then she'll pull out her own book and write into it to Kino. I'll stay up, but we should be cautious since it seems that other people might know Infernal.
Yeah, and by the way, as you were going through, you did find the Chain Devil in there. What you would get from this, what it reads, is that it's basically an omnious fiend that wears chains like a shroud, driving lesser creatures before it with like this really fearsome, awful gaze. But a chain devil's main thing is it can animate the chains that cover its body as well as inanimate chains nearby, which sprouts hooks, blades, spikes, and anything it can to eviscerate enemies. Chain devils act as sadistic jailers and torturers in the infernal realms, relishing in pain and living to like inflict it on others. But they are also called to torment like souls just trapped in the nine hells. So they love, they're truly sadistic, and they also love like basically their favorite thing to torture are these things called lemures, but that's another section of the book. It's some kind of other demon, or dead thing, because it's something like a soul manifestation, but doesn't explain it. But one of the worst things about a chain devil is that it can actually take the place, like it'll create an illusion of a loved one that's recently passed away or a loved one that's alive or whatever, and then it will show you the most horrific like portion of that where it's basically your loved one getting eviscerated, bleeding death or whatever, while it's attacking you and everything. It loves all of that. It can also like frighten you with this and all kinds of stuff. So they're pretty nasty, awful creatures that happen to be very intelligent as well.
I released one of those into Sunlight. It was awesome. It was so cool.
I don't think that's. I'm not a person of words. I am self-educated in that respect, but I don't think awesome is technically the word anyone should use.
I mean, it did inspire awe. It took out almost an entire Duergar army, and I mean, this army was laying siege to towns, killing women and children. Terrible folk should be killed by something just as nasty. So
Yeah.
Also point out that she doesn't know where it is either.
Ebram disagrees.
Yeah, isn't that what brother had said earlier is that it's still out and about in your own timeline.
It's somewhere, but we'll get to it.
She doesn't know where.
It might be dead.
Might not.
Okay.
Probably did.
We'll get to it. One thing at a time.
Okay. Okay.
They are powerful creatures, by the way. They're pretty powerful. It would explain that to you as well. Like one chain devil could kill an entire city for sure. Like not a major city like for instance Neverwinter, but for instance Daggerford, probably. Yeah. So that they can wipe out towns on the outskirts of things and stuff. Yeah.
And you guys just bought that in Luskin.
We
I'm
found,
sorry.
we found it here.
Yeah, this
Oh.
book was something I found here in the tomb. We were milling about. It must have been either right before or right after we met Henri. I ended up finding it. And I think it may have been I was one of the few people who could read it, or maybe I just ended up reading it first, but it's accidentally attuned to me. So I'm keeping it about, and it's been really useful so far. But from my understanding, this is the only book of its kind, or at least the only volume of this kind.
Well, it's cool.
And no, you cannot borrow it.
Oh,
And she'll
don't worry,
like
I wouldn't
feel
take.
like a soft smile. It's like, I understand, but no.
I totally get it. I wouldn't want to. I would feel too guilty if I took anything else of yours. And I return the soft smile.
Yeah, Seal will just like chuckle, and she'll ask, if there's anything else that she needs her to look into for her, since she's just kind of milling about, letting Kiri do her thing. Can as like Kino and I are wrapping up our conversation, what is Pier doing? Because Sio is
So Pierre, here's the interesting thing, and Pierre wouldn't be able to hide this either. The one thing that you have noticed about Pierre, especially once he gets into the tiny hut and starts settling down as well, Pierre seems to be happier than he's ever been. He seems more relaxed. But he does seem genuinely to be happy to be with all of you. I mean, he can't even hide that. It's so permeating from him. Whatever's happened to him or whatever, he does seem to genuinely be happy that he is with the group.
Whenever Kino and Sio are done talking, Sio is going to go over to Pier and put a hand on his shoulder and just tell him, I'm not sure what happened in your time gone from us, Pier, and I hope you didn't take it the wrong way. I was just, along with the others, concerned about your well-being, but I am very grateful that you are back. We were worried for a minute, but you somehow made your way back to us, so we are very happy to have you back. And I just didn't misunderstand my intentions earlier.
No, I mean, I completely understand, and yeah, it's been so long since I've seen you guys. To me, it's been years. Can everyone else hear me saying these things, or is it just her and I?
Everyone that's awake can hear you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm looking over.
Okay,
is that she try to wake people up.
and in this case, I am then going to greet the entire group and be like, "It's you guys really don't know how long it's been. It's beyond amazing to see everyone. I'm happy that you're all still alive, thank God at least, but doesn't seem like you guys made it too far."
And by the way, if once he says that, if everyone's looking, you can kind of tell that he does now look a bit older. He does look older.
Pierre,
Okay.
can you at least tell us who you made a deal with? I saw the same person you saw.
Why do you think I made a deal with anybody?
Because you don't just get whisked off. Every time I've seen someone get teleported out of somewhere and gone through torture like you have, like, I'm glad you were able to get out of there, but let's be honest.
And I'm just kind of, I take a second, and out of the whole time of me being happy, I kind of have like this upside down smiley face on my that as an expression. I'm just like, you know what, man?
Frown.
Yeah.
I say that in Elven, by the way. You can
In
tell me.
Eladrin, yeah.
I'm assuming you speak Elven.
Yeah, absolutely. So all that was in Eldrin or Elven at least. Okay. Yeah. It's like, Kino. It's hard to get this close to you because I don't know. I don't know, man. You.
Yeah.
I appreciate it and all, but like, there's things that you've experienced and I've experienced at the same time, and I think we can put two and two together, and we can agree that it was selflessness. I wasn't trying to do anything bad. I promise.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just trying to look out for everyone's well-being. I just want to make sure that you're all right. Also,
Yeah.
do I believe him?
He seems like he's being honest, but you'd have to make an insight check to be sure.
Yeah, I'll silently take up on that.
Yeah, that's fine. You can both make
9.
insight checks. Okay, you have to oppose anyway. So go ahead and oppose.
Okay, so I have to tell him.
Well, no, you oppose, and then if you beat him, you say whatever you want, and then if
Ooh.
essentially, so yeah.
That's why I love you, brother.
So, Kieran, you have to roll a deception against
Yeah.
their insights.
Alright, one second.
You can tell exactly the kind of company brother's been in.
Now, this is the old stats.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even want to think about what they are now.
Oh, dude, I got expertise in that shit now.
Oh shit! I'm never gonna be able to tell him otherwise.
23.
Oh.
25.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah, so you have to basically tell him if you're being forthright and honest.
I mean, Kino and I did experience the same person. I'm not lying about that. That's for sure.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
we
Basically, what you have to
no.
say is the whole thing of what you said. Essentially, you just have to say, were you being honest with what you were saying to Kino and how you felt, or were you being deceptive?
Oh no, I'm being completely honest.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna stand up and I'm gonna go, well, I'm glad you're all right, and I'm gonna go in for a hug, and in his ear I'm just gonna whisper, he doesn't scare me.
And that makes the biggest smile on my face. But in Elven, I'm gonna tell him I'm scared. He won't even let me do certain things to myself.
I know. I got offered the same thing you did.
And what did you do? I mean, obviously you took it. So this is the outcome of you taking it.
Look at me.
Oh man.
I've already made one questionable deal. I'm not making a second one.
I feel you on that because now I never am either. You fool me once, not gonna fool me twice. But in this case, it's bad, Kino.
I'm just gonna sit down and why don't you get to meditation? I see that your mind is very much clouded at the moment, and enjoy this brief bit of respite.
Yeah. By the way, we can do more role play. I don't want to stop people, but as far as like getting into the next day, we'll do that next session. But there, you can definitely talk. Don't do that because we're getting up at the end here, and you can keep role playing. But as far as whatever happens tomorrow, we'll start that next session.
Okay. I would like to go and as I've been sitting next to Miracle the whole time, just kind of looking at her. Well, maybe you want to tell me a story?
I'm guessing you're referring either back to the question I asked to Pyramid or in that room.
Mountaintop, yeah.
Yeah, go on, tell it.
Then I was stolen at a young age from the nest and forced to be a wizard. Wasn't very pleasant there. I had kind of a bit of an abusive area there. At one time, I tried getting away, and I was almost caught again, but Pirvin came along and saved me. And that's how we met, and we continued, and we've met everyone in Luskin. Now we're here.
I just start clapping uncontrollably. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Okay.
Using that silence, I'll just pipe up because brother's just been sort of sitting in like a meditative position silently for pretty much since we got to the hut.
Yep.
He'll just sort of jerk here and say, "So who wants to see what Kino looks like when she was a little child?"
Me.
Yeah. So I've been dying to use this. I never ever thought the conditions would ever actually play out. So this is very exciting for me. But I'm not cheating any of this. This actually is your own machinations. So as you're talking and as you're going through this, um, you guys see a very and there's a reason for what this looks like too, but a very short, like humanoid man in a red cloak. Has anyone ever seen the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon? Anyone?
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
God.
So you've seen the Dungeon Master?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
The
looks
old short dude.
identical. He looks identical to that, and there's a reason for that. He looks identical to the Dungeon Master in the cartoon. He does not look like a cartoon, but that is what he looks like. He literally walks through your tiny hut, gets in the middle of all of you, sits down, and he says, "Don't mind me. I'm not actually here. Keep going."
Who are you? Excuse me.
Oh, hello.
Really, saying "don't mind me" is like making us want to mind you.
Well, it's
So-
nice to meet you.
He actually goes to, he points to Miracle. He's like, "You don't even care that I just walked through what you created?"
No, we do.
He's smiling.
Can we
She's
get your name?
staring, kind of mouth a little open as she's like petting Iceland, because I remember Iceland's still out, the little snow owl.
I'm looking at his face. I'm walking around him.
Yeah.
Um,
He by the way, long story short, on the meta perspective, before I get into this, the character, the actual Dungeon Master character, including all of those characters, it's actually canon within the D&D. Like Gary Gygax did create those with another thing, but they're actually based on a very prominent setting that he never released, that we actually have as a PDF. So that's what all of this is based on, just as an FYI.
Also,
But anyway,
the same model for the dragon was, or the same model for the Dungeon Master was used as the model for the Gold Dragon in Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
yeah, that is also correct. Yep. And so anyway, he sits down, and like he stood up, he sat down, he sits down again, because he's really thinking, and he's kind of fidgeting as he goes through it, and he says, "Well, I have briefs amount of time, and I wanted to get to know everyone, considering where we are, and where you are, and how far you've come." He said, "I'm actually only here to alert you of a major change that one of you has brought into the world." And he looks at Piravin, and he smiles incredibly wide, and he
A
says,
good change.
"Yeah."
or
He
bad
says,
change.
he says, "Unfortunately," he says, "I would see this as a very, very, very bad change, but a change nonetheless." And he said, "I do have a limited amount of time with you, but," he said, "it's very, very important for me." And he gets up and he goes to Piravin, and he literally shakes your hand, and he says, "You, even though it may be a bad thing, sir," he said, "this is a wonderful change, and I commend you for it." As he does that, And as he goes through that, Pirvin, you actually do get a point of inspiration that's granted to you by this character. From a metagame perspective, you don't realize that. The only thing that you notice that you feel different and you feel like you can take on more, but that's what's happening with this. And he goes through and he says, no, he says, I want you all to understand, don't be too mad at your friend because what he has done has far-reaching changes in not this world, but many, 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 many other worlds. And arguably, whether it's good, whether it's bad, said, still, it's rather incredible. So, and he says, by the way, I don't want to just come in, interrupt everything, go through it. You can collectively ask me one question before I have to go as I'm busy with other things. I will answer any question you want about where you are, but it has to be one.
Fuck, I'm asleep.
Yeah. No, he would have woken you up. By the way, he wouldn't have let you stay asleep anyway.
I wake up and scream.
Yep.
Theo absolutely will clamp a hand over Erastus's face, remind him we only have one question.
Yeah,
And
so
he will
everyone
walk-
has to agree on whatever this one question is, but he will answer. And he actually does he can innately cast spells, and he is innately right now casting his own version of Zone of Truth so that everyone realizes that whatever he's going to tell you is 100% going to be the truth. And on top of that, he it seems like he has an infinite amount of knowledge. So
Wow.
The hell is
This-
where did the fuck the?
but he's only going to answer a question regarding where you're at. Like it has to be about this place.
Ooh, can we ask him how to get out?
I think
No.
we should either ask him that or we should ask him how to defeat Sirak.
Why don't we ask him instead of Sarek? Why don't we ask about maybe a more powerful deity that's at play here?
Let's ask him how to get out, please.
You can very easily. I've done it. We don't need to spend the golden ticket on how to get out.
We haven't gotten out yet. And every time you tell us something, it's like slightly different. So
Probably the way to get out is to defeat a Sarek. I don't. We don't need god
Alright,
tier magic to answer
well,
that.
We all
See,
have to
ask-
agree on it, and I don't agree on that question.
ask
Me
him how to
neither.
get out of here.
You do
Or
have
ask
to
him-
agree. Yeah, everyone has to
Ask
agree.
him how to kill a Sarah so whatever.
Yeah, it
his name is.
has to be anonymous. Yep.
I mean,
And by
why
the
don't
way, he
Unanimous.
explains unanimous. Did I say anonymous? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was dumb. Unanimous.
We
one of the
can't
things
know
that he
who's
al-
asking.
One of the things is that he will inherently also know if one person does not want the question, he's not going to even listen to it. So, but he explains it too.
How do we kill? Let's ask him how to kill Sarah.
I mean, we could ask about how to kill Chaos God. We can ask anything.
No.
We should ask him if we do kill him.
Should we
or
kill
that.
Sarah?
No, not a Sarek. I'm not saying the name.
Why?
He
What
he
name?
does as he says that he does say, I actually can't tell you what's going to happen in the future, but I can tell you anything about this place or anyone that's in it or anything else in that regard. I can give you any solution to any problem.
Where is Professor Orb?
No, not
6
You know.
inches away from Gretna's hand.
So
You know.
close, so close.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Did Elminster escape?
What? Who?
The
Honestly, no
dude
one's gonna
after Mr.
no one's gonna agree on anything.
No, if
I feel like
You have to. That's the thing. He will not answer unless everyone agrees.
brother, if we were gonna say that, why don't we just go? Where is Elminster?
Why would you want to know that?
Who's
Because-
Elminster?
yeah.
Wasn't he the one that was going after Mr. or am I thinking of a different one?
No, he is tied to Mistra. He's a
Fuck,
very
no.
important part of Mistra.
I
Yes.
think this is
My
I think we
goddess.
should use this to figure out how to. If getting out of here means killing a Serac, we should figure out how we do that.
I
That's
agree
our meeting
because it's
problem.
for this group that
It
we're
has to be on
doing.
this place.
I agree. I think it should go towards this group, brother.
Fair point.
think
But
we should
also, he said it's about this place, not really the person.
But he said anyone in here.
How
Yeah,
how
it can be
we-
about anyone in here. He clarifies.
Oh,
He says it
Good.
can be about anything to do with this place. Anything.
How
oh,
Could
any-
could we ask how to most safely escape?
but
Of course,
you
he
can
said.
look
Yep.
Mm,
Everyone has to agree, though.
Kino said that
I
the only
agree.
way to escape is to kill a Sirak.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
I think we're here to like.
You can also just walk through one of the traps and it'll just teleport you to the outside. That's the easiest way. You lose all your stuff, but you escape. That would probably be the easiest way.
well,
Or teleporting
And
out
then
of
this
it.
thing continues on and destroys towns.
yeah, we
Yes.
need to kill this guy. So we should probably ask, how do we best kill this guy?
or where do we find him?
I mean, there's
Well, I feel
obviously
like
a
he'll
lot in
find
play.
us.
And it also seems like Aseric is a small piece of this puzzle now, because I look at Purivan.
It's a whole
There's
puzzle. for
bigger
me.
there's bigger powers in play now, some of which just became very personal.
Very much so.
I don't know what you're talking about, but this is the puzzle.
The L word that I'm not saying anymore.
Love.
No.
Yes.
Not playing this game.
Lesbians.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Let's not say his name.
Anyway, moving past that, what's the group consensus on asking about how to defeat what stands in our way of getting out of here?
I give it a thumbs up.
Same.
Yeah, okay, so you do have to. He does explain that it would have to be like how would you kill Osiric essentially.
How would
It has
he?
to be about a specific thing.
How would
so
How would he choose to kill a Sirak? If he had to do it, how would he do it?
What is the most
maybe-
effective and permanent way to kill Aseric?
Okay.
So that he
Yeah.
can never.
Does everyone agree?
Agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said he looks to you and he says that's an incredibly smart question because I could have told you how to defeat Aseric, but to kill him permanently is a totally different thing. He said this is a bit complicated, but I'm going to give you all of the steps in order to do this. First and foremost,
Get
to
the notes
defeat
out. Get the notes out.
yeah, to
Yep,
defeat
I'm
Aseric,
ready.
do not when you enter his tomb attack his ghost because I have a feeling that if you do, that fight will be over before it starts for all of you. So when you see the jeweled skull on the counter and you see the ghost trying to basically like intimidate you and feint attacks, ignore it completely. Try your best to damage the skull. To damage Aceric's skull and to get him into a corporal form in the beginning, you are going to have to find within the tomb a magic weapon. And unfortunately, that is, even though this goes into it, there are several different weapons that can do this, but they have to be of a +2 or greater origin. And by the way, he explains that that's my meta version for you. He explains to you in the game terms that he basically says that these have to be very powerful magic items that are able, and he shows you how to tell if the item's powerful enough by how it slices or how it bludgeons. But in your guys' terms, it's got to be a +2 or higher weapon.
Could I pull out Replier and just like questioningly point to it? It's a +3.
I'm gonna do the same thing with my broken mirror.
Your applier actually isn't a +3 right now; it's a +1 though. So yeah, it wouldn't factor. Yeah, if you've been using it as a +3, that's incorrect. It's actually, even though in canon it's a +3, like I mentioned this to you, it's actually +1 right now. It's not even awakened.
I've
so.
only attacked with it twice.
Yeah, that's fine, but it's +1 for now. So no, that wouldn't work yet. And he says he tells you it's just not sharp enough or whatever. He says, but that's only the first part. So attacking the jeweled skull and ignoring the ghost is part of this. Once the jeweled skull is completely destroyed, take both of its eyes, both of the gems within its eyes. That's where the soul is going to basically go into, and then keep these on you. You are going to have to find his phylactery. Unfortunately, Asarek's phylactery is not within the current plane that you're in, nor is it within the Tomb of Horrors, making him invincible while you're in here. However, once you take those two gems, you need to find a powerful enough wizard that can trace these back to his demi-plane outside of the material realm. Inside of that plane lies Acerek's real phylactery, true phylactery. You're going to have to fight his avatar in there, which is the original body of Acerek from he says I'm going to explain a little bit of this. He says we don't have enough time for me to go through it, but Acerek is currently the 5th iteration of the real Acerek. He has been jumping different planes and timelines as much as he possibly can so that we've gotten to this one, because his end goal is to become his own god. And the reason why that's important is because Acerek's original form, when he was first creating the Tomb of Horrors, in his first version of Faerun, that's what's certainly guarding his phylactery and will be forever. He's tricked himself as penance to go through there. Once you defeat this form of Acerek and kill his phylactery, he will be permanently destroyed. However, destroying Acerek, he does give you this information. Just destroying that jeweled skull, which is going to, by the way, be a danger to you anyway. But as long as you don't attack the ghost, you might be okay. He said if you do that, you will have an entrance outside the Tomb of Horrors. And he said, and with that, I will leave you. And he shakes Spiriven's hand again. He says, thank you for everything that you've done. And he walks outside the dome, and as he does that, he disappears.
Hope he was telling the truth.
Yeah,
he did cast that spell, by the way, which does implicate that he was telling the truth. Yeah.
All right, there you guys go.
Chris, did he talk about how to destroy the phylactery specifically?
No, he didn't actually. But he did say that in order to permanently kill Acerek, you do need to destroy that phylactery. Yeah, he didn't give you the details on that. But he did give you the road to go through it. It's an entire process. This could be like a mini campaign in itself, but this is how to truly kill Acerek. Without that knowledge, by the way, I don't think it would have been possible. I mean, you could have gotten it other ways, obviously, but this would have been really, really hard to take him out permanently, which is why he survived 5 different meta versions of Faerun in general. No one's been able to destroy him.
Well, there you go. It's easy now, right?
Yeah, at least we know.
At least we know.
Yeah.
Then bigger fish to fry.
Whoever's doing notes, you can put that in the notes if you want.
I'll copy and paste it.
I was gonna say I wrote down as much as I could.
Did we wake up level 6?
Not yet. Not yet. You're close to it.
I probably should have asked if you wanted me to stop recording at that point.
Yep.
For future reference, is that something you'd want me to stop recording for? Chris?
For the explanation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Theoretically, I would like you guys to just remember that, but
okay.
Yeah, that's important enough information that it's kind of like a cheat to just go back in the stream and just do it over and over again. I do really want you to just kind of like remember that if possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I wrote down some notes for everyone. Miracle would have written that down in her journal. It was just like, because I did type it out. It's not everything I remembered while you were speaking.
Yeah, when I was starting this campaign, I was super excited to learn that that's a real thing. Like, I knew that Gygax created that cartoon, but he's never been like none of those characters have ever been in any kind of setting or whatever. It does exist. Gygax wrote the whole thing. It's all there. It's pretty neat, actually.
So that was Lehman?
Yep.
Okay.
Purvin, what the hell did you do? That we just got a golden ticket because you did something.
Good night.
Good night.
I mean, we can't be mad. We now have a golden ticket.
I'm like impressed that you screwed up so royally.
Yeah, there's a 1 in a million shot there.
I mean, it worked, I guess. I think. I don't know. But wow.
It
We'll
worked
certainly find
so
out.
we can deal with the bigger picture of things.
Right.
I sure hope that there is a world outside, and if I get back and I see there's not, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah, from a meta perspective, I will say what happened tonight will affect every group, and is a decent change. But
I'm sorry, everyone. I hope you're having fun and you continue to have fun.
You're great. You're wonderful. And I'm sorry that the toll it's taken on you mentally.
Right. But at least we're all back together again, and whatever we face together, moving forward.
yeah, yeah.
Miracle's gonna hug Pyramid and just be like, "It's okay."
We stopped the apocalypse once. Like, what's the second time?
Well, our first, your second.
That's
Well,
true.
that's one thing to keep in mind. Your group, the group going in here made some unfortunate choices that
There's a pet dog.
basically almost semi-nuked like Faerun. Yeah, somebody's got a hot mic.
Yeah.
Theo.
Yeah, there we go.
But so that's one thing to keep in mind is that so the original group did that and did not earn this character coming out. So whatever happens has to be unbelievably substantial. So
Oh God.
Before we end off the night or whatever, I'm just gonna take out the sword of broken mirrors. It's no longer a dagger; it's now a rapier. It looks gilded and beautiful, and just as beautiful as I am. And I just want to show everyone. Like, look at this. This is what it has become.
Pretty?
Oh, I have so much to prey on. It's not even funny.
I feel as though people
Definitely not
should
funny.
thank you.
Well, yes. Oh boy. I'm just giving brother just an exhausted side eye.
Yeah, brother's just like slowly just sitting up with his back against the wall, just looking forward.
yeah.
Me and Kayla are gonna have to bounce out of here pretty soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no
fine.
worries. No worries. Yeah. Yeah, I've got to go soon too, guys.
We still got a house up to pack up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait until everyone falls asleep or goes into meditation, and I'm just gonna wait until CO messages me in the book, and I'm going to reply that I have whatever item she needs if she wants to touch anything.
Stay away from CO.
Miracle's gonna bring to Brother's